Let's do it.
Hello and welcome to Blades in the Dark, Bathouse Boys edition. We are playing something different for a while Liam figures out his shit and sets up the new Stars Without Number world. Our
Fix your
GM,
shit, Liam.
well, that's annoying. Not as the Dark God, the DM, the GM, the Game Master Supreme.
Why is Quack not?
That's what I was
why-
getting to.
I have
fixed
no
that.
idea.
No, I fixed that, and then OBS decided to change it. You
I'm
guys
me,
talk while I fix
So,
it.
we know that. That's a given.
So I'm now the DM here. Okay.
Yeah, apparently, man. Take it away.
The name's also not.
A rock falls and you'll die.
Damn.
Oh,
I was
that's-
really hoping that wouldn't happen. Funny story. Whilst Matt fixes that, funny story. One of my first ever player kills in D&D.
Was a rock fall and they'd all died?
No, so my players were like, I was running a West Marches style campaign because we had a lot of drop in, drop out players. And my players were like, we're going to go raid this storm giant's house. I'm like, that's a terrible idea, but let's go. And they did. And then they stole a bunch of gold and they ran away. And the storm giant chased them. And one of them was playing an Arak or something like that, the bird people. He's like, I fly away. And I'm like, cool. He throws a boulder at you. I roll, it crits. I'm like, it hits you, it does this much damage. And they're like level 2 characters, so it immediately kills him. I'm like, you're dead?
It's the most
Sorry, Paul.
Liam thing Liam has ever said. And or done. Oh. Gold.
So, Nut, what are we doing?
What's
Well,
happening?
welcome
Take
to
the
Blades in
lead.
the Dark. It's set in the Shattered Isles universe, which is made by John Harper's previous dungeon game, in which the world was broken and the sun went out and was hidden behind a veil, and the spirits of the dead no longer went through the gates of death.
It's a weird world, but fun.
It's a steampunk RPG set in the city of Duskwall, which is a nice harbor town in the northern side of the Akarosi Empire.
Think Dishonored.
Yeah, think Dishonored. And we are going to play a gang of ne'er-do-wells set to do something weird. Because
Very weird.
these people picked playing occults for a living. So let's get started with character creation, because none of these people wanted to do this off screen.
Why would we do that? That requires effort.
Yeah, that's true. So the first thing you do is choose a playbook. You can choose between the guy winning the fight, the guy socializing the fight, the guy sneaking around the fight, or the guy using ghosts to fight. So Liam, what have you decided to play?
I'm gonna play this slide. So a subtle manipulator and spy.
Yeah. And Quack, what are you gonna play?
I feel like going the weird ghosty person, so I might go a whisper.
All right, Matt.
Oh, what's the I remember the hound. He's like the
The hound is the guy with tracking things, probably long distance combat, and he also has maybe an animal of some kind.
and the lurk is the sneaky dude, right?
Yep.
All right,
It really depends on what you want XP for.
I'll go the lurk.
The hound literally tracks people.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I'm going hound.
hound.
That-
All right.
Sounds helpful
Yeah.
because we have a
All
plan.
right.
We do.
The next.
Sure.
Wow. The next thing you do is choose your heritage.
The fuck?
Why did I skip all of that?
I was looking at that actually.
I wasn't looking at anything.
What page would that be on?
It is on
Version-
page 53.
It's on page 53, yeah, or 61 in the PDF.
53 book
Um,
number 61.
So you have various distinct heritages because this is not a very big world. There are a few of them. You can be Akarosi, which is the largest population, most industrial, and they are inside the Empire of Duskwall. So they are the most common people to see around. You can be from the Dagger Isles, which is basically like corsairs um, who have varying degrees of backgrounds. You could be from Eruvia, which is basically the foreigners, inspired by Egypt and Persia and India. You could be from the land of Severos, which is a nomadic horse tribe, Mongolian, Asian. Or you could be from the lands of Scotland, which is basically Scottish. Scotland, except everyone's redheads and big burly people. And they were recently invaded, and um, part of the town of Duskwall has a bunch of refugees from Scotland, as well as prison workers taken by the Empire and transported here some time ago.
Well, I know what I'm playing.
Yeah, I
You
think I
could
have a
also
good idea.
you could also be from Tykaros, which is a semi-mythical place from beyond the Void Sea. People here are apparently part demon, so if you choose that, you get some weird telltale demonic traits like black eyes or feathers instead of hair, etc.
Well, I'm gonna be from Fantasy Scotland.
Scotland?
No, Scotland.
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 So Quack is from Scotland. Liam, what are you from?
I was thinking Severos?
All right. So you are
You're a
from the
weirdo.
wild countries. You are an
Yeah.
ancient nomadic horse tribe.
I kind of I like the idea of my character. What I've been thinking is a very like civilized, very like upper crust dressed type person, um, but who is from this very wild place. I really like that kind of like juxtaposition there. So I'm gonna rock
Yeah.
with
All right. And Matt.
I'm just gonna be a boring. I was gonna go Scotland, but we don't need more than one terrible Scottish accent in this
Oh,
place.
what are you talking about, laddie?
No, dude, if you
That's
don't
awful.
do the
That's
Scottish
awful.
accent,
That's
I'm
all
gonna.
of the awful accents we need.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah, no,
need.
All
We
right.
don't need
So
all
you're
that.
just going to be boring old Akarosi.
I'm gonna be an accuracy.
So you have to put on a shitty British accent then.
Good old good. I can't do a British accent. I just realized that really suddenly. Holy shit.
Yeah. So the next thing you do is choose your background. So academic, labor, law, trade, military, noble, or underworld.
What pages is that on?
Next page.
Next page.
Page 54
See.
or 62. So you could be an academic, so a scholar or a professor, some sort of philosopher. You could be from the labor class, which means you get a bunch of servanty, dock workery, coach drivery, sailory things. You could be from upper crust law, you were educated and became either a cop or a prison guard or some sort of barrister. You could have a trade, so you could be from a merchant family. You could be military, which means mercenary or standard from the empire, some sort of veteran or former kicked out of the military idiots who
Sorry,
couldn't
Matt.
follow the rules. Noble, so there is a noble class. Most of them tend to be Akarosi, but the other nations also have their own nobles. You could be from the underworld, which is, yeah, you're a street urchin or a thug or the son of a thug.
Well, I'm a fucking priest, so what does that make me?
Academic.
Anything. Religious persuasion does not mean you can't be any of the following.
Could be
Well,
like an
then-
academic, like scholar or philosopher.
Yeah, I'll probably go
Be
academic. Makes most sense.
Law. You could be versed in biblical law.
Yeah, academic would do for me.
You're going to be an academic, all right? And
No
Liam, you're
problem.
going to be what?
I let Matt go first because I want to be something different and I can go between a few. So
All right.
w- with so are there like hunters? Like not like wildland hunters, but like people that hunt. I don't know like
Like bounty
s-
hunters?
no like hunting for
Um,
food. Is that a thing in this in
so
the city?
so Duskwall is powered by Leviathan oil, which is these ancient massive ships go out to sea. They track down this demonic Leviathan squid thing that apparently wants to eat human souls. And when they have attracted it, they shoot it with a bunch of harpoons and shit and magic, and they extract oil from it, take it back to the city, and they use it to power a massive lightning barrier, which is
You're
a
a fucking
repellent,
whale.
which is it just repels all of the ghosts because we are the remaining parts of humanity, and all the ghosts want to do is come in and fuck your shit up.
That's mean of them.
Okay. Um, I want to be an exterminator. What do you think
Now,
would? Do you think that would
um,
fit best?
That's
Like
labor.
labor
if
trade?
you are, yeah, if you're really desperate, you can freelance and hunt these ghostlands that are the
Oh,
wasteland
I
beyond the lightning
mean,
barriers.
no, like straight up just goes around like killing rats and
He's a
shit.
rat catcher.
Yeah, pretty much. A rat
So
catcher.
just like a, yeah, like a mercenary.
Yeah, I'll just go. I'll go underworld. Um.
Well, mercenary would be like military, like you had a trained instructor, you had some sort of
Oh,
hunting guild.
no, I'm gonna go. I'll go underworld. I got an idea.
All right.
Exterminator is undefined.
Well, so you start out with some action dots in your class. Now pick
We
four
forgot to
more
ask what Liam
dots.
was.
Oh, true. Liam, what are you?
I'm gonna go military, and
Wow.
an intelligence operative. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Did I freeze there or did I go through?
No, we got you.
Sweet.
Sweet. And now you assign 4 dots to your actions list, um, which means you put a dot in an action that feel reflects your character's heritage, or and one that reflects your background, and then 2 more that just reflects your average education. The maximum rating you can get on these dots is 2 during character creation.
So,
So
when you're saying dots, are we talking like inside the bits on the right hand side there, like inside prowess resolve?
yeah, your character when you picked slide should have started with some
Yeah,
dots.
cool.
You
And we
cannot
get
increase those beyond 2, but you
cool.
can.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we get more on top of that, right?
Um, you get 4 dots total to
How
put where you want.
how do you select your class?
You type it in at the top where it says underneath character mode.
Yeah, character mode, and then you just type in your class. So
Oh, where it says playbook. Okay.
you're the hound.
Yeah.
Hound. So
Type
just
it exactly as it's spelled in the
hound.
book, and it
Awesome.
will automatically
Thank you.
change your sheet to it. Um, so these are dots, not the lines.
Yeah, not the lines. The lines are XP.
Okay.
So you can when you're done, you basically you get an amount of XP points each session. You put them in the slides,
Okay,
and
that's four.
when you've gotten enough XP, you can put a dot in your
Okay.
thing.
Do we get starting dots besides what's on our like the starting actions?
Yeah, you get 4 dots to
Thank you.
assign.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, one for your heritage, one for your background, and 2 random ones. Now, if you are resisting something, you click the resolve name, like not the dots. And if you see, um, yeah, if you click resolve or prowess or insight, it will take the dice in the front line. Like that's why there's a cutoff point. So for each skill you have in insight, prowess, or resolve, you get extra dice to resist things. If you have no dice, you roll 2 dice and take the worst. So it behooves you to have at least 1 dice in insight, 1 dice in prowess, and 1 dice in resolve.
Behoof is such a stupid sounding
So
word.
when it says put one dot in any action that you feel reflects your heritage or background, like
Yeah.
is that just us
What
bullshitting
is
it,
your
or
character?
yeah, just like
background?
whatever fits with
So
our idea of it?
yeah.
Cool.
Your idea of whatever you are. So if you were like a mercenary, you should probably take like a skirmish
So,
or
question: when it comes to like fighting in this game, right?
yep.
Is it always skirmish, or could I fight with finesse?
Um, it depends on how you reflect the fiction of your
Cool.
role.
That's
It has a it has a basic outline of what
yeah, cool,
each thing does.
awesome. Yeah, I'm
For
pretty
the
happy.
most part, though, if you describe yourself skirmishing a foe, then you're skirmishing.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty certain I can describe my character to be using
If
finesse in
you
the fight.
depending on how you flavor it, and the quality of your weapon and the rank of the guy fighting you, there will be like you're rolling either controlled or desperate. So you could try to wreck someone, even though wrecking is used on
Liam, do
items.
you do a flip? That's the question.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Then you're not finesse if you don't do a flip.
I have my rapier.
Uh, yeah. So finesse is a dexterous manipulation or
Sick.
misdirection of someone. You could employ those arts in a chaotic melee, but fictionally or like your position in that combat will probably be worse because you're trying to finesse your way through a skirmish.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, look, I'm aware that that will always be the case because I'm never doing anything else. But yeah, cool, awesome.
Yeah. Then again, doing desperate actions means you get desperate XP, so it's fine.
So I've got mine done.
Um. mm, okay.
Matt, the answer's no.
Yeah. No, I don't have a quiz.
I'm currently on the page where it tells me what each of these stats, if you will, do. Um, so
Do-do-do.
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
have
we
a
can go.
question about them, I can tell you what
What
it would do.
does study do? Not study, survey do.
Survey. When you survey, you observe the situation and anticipate outcomes. You might spot telltale signs of trouble before it happens. You might uncover opportunities or weakness. You might detect a person's motivations or intentions. But studying might be better. You could try to spot a good ambush point, but hunting might be better.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the four means of doing things is you can take your time or you can do it quickly, but you can always do any of these. It's just a matter of where you position your fiction.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're studying, you're scrutinizing something really intently and trying to bring your intelligence to bear on a problem. If you're surveying, you're basically just looking at a situation and seeing what might happen from it. If you're, let's see, if you're hunting, you're deliberately on the prowl, carefully tracking a target. You already know where you're going.
If you're tinkering, you're making a
Okay.
bomb.
Would hunt be used for guns, or is that finesse?
That'd be finesse.
You can finesse or skirmish with guns.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think
Cool.
there's a hound ability that lets you do something
Okay.
with it.
So Matt, I'll say this. So hunt. When you hunt, you carefully track a target. You might follow a person or discover their location. You might arrange an ambush. You might attack with a precision shooting from a distance. You could bring your guns to bear in melee, but skirmishing might be better.
What is prowl?
Prowl. When you prowl, you traverse skillfully and quietly. You might sneak past a guard or hide in the shadows. You might run and leap across rooftops. You might attack someone from hiding with a backstab or a blackjack. You might try to waylay a victim in the midst of battle, but skirmishing might be better.
Yeah, if you're using prowl, you're basically either trying to assassinate someone.
Don't be stealthy about it.
Yeah, hunting is the same, but you're deliberately not doing it very sneakily.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. So, Quack, your character has points in what?
I took an extra point in study, took a point in prowl and skirmish, and sway. I already had a single point in study, and I had 2 points in tune.
What reflects your heritage?
The skirmish, I assume, because it was Scottish and we like to fight.
Yeah, yeah. And what reflects your, uh, let's see, background?
Study. I'm an academic. I like to learn weird shit about ghosts and people.
Yeah, okay. So you studied somewhere
Yeah,
under someone, or
yeah. Weird ghosty person taught me shit.
Scottish skirmishing, and you studied somewhere. Okay. Liam, where did you put your points?
I'm still deciding on one. So the one I'm still deciding on is the one for my heritage, but I've got a point in study, a point in finesse, a point in command. Then I already had one in consort and two in sway.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to
And
decide on what my
you're
heritage is giving me.
and you're trying to decide which ones are which. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I've got one more point to assign, and it just needs to be the one for my heritage. I'm just not sure where that's going to be.
All right. And Matt.
I've got one in study, one in finesse, one in prowl, and one in command.
And which one is your heritage and background?
Heritage would be prowl. Getting around the city, staying out of sight, that sort of thing. Like staying in the shadows of Duskwall. Is that what it's called? What's the
Oh,
city called?
Duskfall.
yeah.
Duskwall.
You can choose. You can choose to say Duskval or Duskol. Duskol.
Okay. And prowl would be my background. No, I said prowl. Sorry. No, not finesse. Yeah, finesse is my background. Getting around. Wait, what's the? Sorry.
Maneuvering and being dexterously applying yourself is from your military. No, wait. You picked
Underworld, right?
Underworlds. Yeah. So someone taught you how to be uh, how to do martial shit with your more agile,
Yeah.
more well thought martial arts, basically.
Yes. Sure.
And you inherited prowling around from your heritage as what, street urchin
Yeah. Straight edge and way to survive.
from the underworld. So someone took you in and taught you how to be better. So your heritage as a street urchin.
Heritage is Ekaros. Wait, can
Yeah.
heritage be straight edge?
Your background is would be street urchin, right?
Yeah.
And so the one of the local gangs probably took you in. Someone, someone somewhere who taught you how to wield some weapons of mass destruction.
Doot, doot, doot.
And Liam, did you pick your final dot?
Yeah, so I put my last one in survey. Um,
Ooh.
I think that's kind of, I don't know. I feel like if I grew up amongst the wilds, being able to know what is happening around me and see what is happening around me is helpful.
Sorry, I changed the background to survey. That makes more sense than finesse. It fits with the character better. So yeah, so
Doesn't
And-
does it really?
And the one from my background, which is my background is military, is command.
You
Yeah.
dare command me?
You learn
that
to
makes
let
sense.
people know how to go. Okay. And then you choose a special ability from your class list.
oh god, there's a lot.
Mhm.
There's a lot.
Some of these sound interesting.
There are a lot of
on
interesting.
our character sheet already.
What was that? Yeah, there should be the special
Okay.
abilities on your character sheet.
Oh, that
Sweet.
makes
Yeah,
it so much easier.
One of those special abilities, except veteran, I think. I think veteran is one you have to take.
I think
at the
that's at like
second
level 2, yeah. I remember that.
Well, clearly I know what I'm going to take.
Okay, that's too cool for me not to take. Taking. I like that.
Which one are you taking, Liam?
I'm gonna take like looking into a mirror. You can always tell when someone is lying to you.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
I like that too
Um,
much.
Well, now someone has to lie to you so that you can use your special ability. All right.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that a lot.
I'm gonna take scout. When you gather info when you gather info to locate a target, you get +1 effect. When you hide in a prepared position or use camouflage, you get +1 dice to roll. +1 D to rolls to avoid damage. To avoid detection rather.
So what you're saying is that you won't run and hide in a barrel somewhere
That sounds like a very good idea. I'm gonna note that down.
and easily get caught by something.
I'm definitely gonna do that.
Look,
Mm.
man, if you start running away from the cops will start chasing you. That's
That
just how
doesn't
it
seem
goes.
like something they would do.
So I don't know what one I want to take. I'm looking at occultist, which is the secret ways to consort with ancient powers, forgotten demons or gods. Once you consort with them, you get a +1 D to command cultists who worship it. Or ritual. You can study an occult ritual or create one of your own to summon a supernatural effect or being. You know the arcane methods, and yeah. I don't know which one I want. They both seem useful.
I like ritual. Personally, I like the sound of ritual.
To make random supernatural effects and shit.
Oh god, yeah.
Look, man, you're gonna eventually level up and take something else. So
Yeah.
just
I'll go with
Just take-
ritual for now.
just take what appeals to you right now.
But they
And-
both appeal to me. I'll take ritual.
All right, all right.
Wait, I get a pet?
What?
Yeah,
I get a pet.
you have to decide what your pet is. Like, is
It's a
it
goldfish
like
named Gary.
Is it like a dog or like a wolfhound or?
I
like
didn't realize I get a pet. I'm
whatever?
taking Ghost Hunter.
Matt,
Your-
you clearly need to take a ghost dog.
Your pet is imbued with spirit energy. It gains potency when tracking or fighting the supernatural and gains an arcane ability, ghost form, mind
How
blink,
did
or
you
arrow
learn
swift.
to fight ghosts, Matt?
How did I learn to fight ghosts?
He was hunting
Um,
ghosts. He was hunting rats one day, and ghost rats attacked him.
I don't think
mean-
I've ever fought a ghost before. I think I
How-
found or made
so
a
you're-
weird connection with this ghost animal, and
Your
I'm gonna
animal
give you a
must now be
goat. You're gonna have a goat.
oh no,
That's-
it's a rat. It has to be a
Oh,
rat.
it's a goat. You said goat. It's a goat.
it's a goat.
How about this? The rat's name is Goat.
Okay, okay.
Well, the
I
goat's
have no
name
idea.
is rat.
I have no idea how this rat thing is going to work out, but
No, it's meant to be a combat animal.
Oh,
Uh,
that's disappointing.
no, it doesn't have to be. It
Oh,
doesn't
no?
have to be.
I thought it did.
Yeah, Cantor Haig had a cat in the Blades in the Dark with Kobold. He didn't use it in combat. Was basically it.
I think like a rat makes sense, right?
I'm
Yeah,
a rat. I'm a rat catcher. I caught a rat.
Bloody Corvo.
I caught a ghost rat named Goat.
Was it already named Goat, or did you name it?
I think
I
it
think
probably
he
went
legitimately thinks it's a goat.
literally what I was gonna say. He
Just
saw
has
it
tiny horns.
and was like,
Yeah,
"Oh
so-
shit, there's a goat.
So
I'm gonna kill it." Why he didn't kill it?
so as a street urchin, you teamed up with a giant rat that knows how to fight ghosts somehow.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm fine with this.
It's yeah, that's
Don't
perfect.
don't
It's
worry.
great.
This will come together. The
No, it won't.
strings of this character are tying together in my head into a
Yeah.
convoluted knot.
Wow.
There are
So
threads,
the
and
next-
eventually they just come together.
Continue being loose. Yeah, no, they come together. Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
sure they do.
So the next thing you do is choose a close friend and a rival. You have a list on your character sheet regarding like questions and like people you could pick.
So is up friend?
Yeah, up his friend,
Yep.
down his douche.
Then why
Up is
is
friend,
friend red?
They're both
because
red.
No,
because
not.
of blood.
Down is black.
Broad friend.
Blood?
Broad friend.
Alright.
Because it's
I'm gonna be
it's-
friends with a demon.
And you're gonna be rivals with what?
Clearly a spirit trafficker.
All right. So you did something to piss off a local spirit trafficker.
Who the fuck traffics spirits? It's a shitty job.
You need spirits to do a lot of arcane things. So
Fine then, I'm friends with a spirit tracker and enemies with a demon.
God.
wow, that just flipped the script. Like wow.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I don't know how you became enemies with a demon, but hey,
Well, he obviously tried to call it in a ritual, but called it the wrong name,
Exactly.
and he called it like a lesser demon's name instead of its name, and he got mad.
or he got something from the spirit trafficker and was like used it wrong, and the demon
Yep.
it would belong to the demon, and the demon got pissed. All right.
I was just
Yeah,
trying to
I
summon a
see it.
demon and it broke.
You pissed off a demon because you tried to do things with it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wait, or should I
that-
make friends with the ghost?
Nah, I like what you've put.
Yeah.
Enemies with Satara the demon. Friends with Flint the spirit trafficker.
And I feel like being friends with a spirit trafficker is going to be really helpful.
Yeah.
Pissed off Satara
I do goo.
by defiling one of her sacred relics
I did
or
what now?
something.
What is a
I did what
sentinel?
now?
Yeah, you pissed off the demon Satara because you got a hold of something she had invested something in, and now she is angry at you.
Yay. Liam abandoned us.
Not what is a sentinel?
God.
Sounds cool.
It's a guard. It does sound cool, but I have a feeling it's just a guard.
I don't know what a sentinel is. What do you think
It's
a sentinel
well,
is?
it says so one of my deadly friends or rivals is a sentinel. Celine is a guardian, a protector. Who does she watch over? I'm assuming a guard. Can they just be whatever?
Yeah.
Unless that has a specific.
So there are numerous organizations which might fit here. Like the canal workers are old occult, like they're venerated because they were the old defenders of Duskwall, and they watch over the oceans and the canal, like the canals around Duskwall. As you see in the map, there's a bunch of like there's a lot of water like that Duskwall is built on. So you could pick yeah, she could be one of those. She could be a spirit warden, so like someone who watches over the spirit world, or she could literally just be someone who watches over people somewhere, some sort of
Okay, yeah.
independent protector.
Is there like a city guard?
Yeah, the blue coats.
Yeah, the blue coat. Okay, so I think
and the inspectors.
yeah, she's my rival and she's a blue coat.
The fuck did you
Alright.
do?
And my friend is Castor the bounty hunter.
Celine, the guardian, the sentinel. Blue coat. The blue coats are massively corrupt though. So, and you're friends with who?
Castor the bounty hunter. Or a bounty hunter.
A bounty hunter. Castor, a bounty hunter. Who? What does he bounty?
People mainly. I mean that's pretty obvious, but I think he bounties for like some one of the gangs, and he goes and takes care of people who haven't paid their debts or that they've pissed off someone.
So he's independent.
Yep. He just goes
but
like
he works for he works for both sides.
pretty much, yeah. He gets paid to go break some legs, bring them back.
The legs or the people?
Both.
Ah.
Sounds fun.
So I think you inherited Celine from this guy, like as a rival, because
okay.
he and her probably go way back. Like they probably know each other's.
I was thinking Celine caught me doing something that I shouldn't be doing.
Okay, I'm listening.
So I think my character is a bit of a stalker, like a hardcore stalker, like their vice is stalking people.
Okay.
And he was stalking someone that he shouldn't have been stalking, someone that Celine gave a shit about, or someone that someone gave a shit about, and got Celine roped into it. And like it, I'm not talking about just following them around. I'm like watching them while they're sleeping, kind of shit.
All right. Yeah, the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
That's perfect. All right. Yeah, that works. And Liam, who's your rival?
Thinking, Clyra, I think her name is, a tavern owner. I was thinking, like, Clyra is an old lover of whoever the fuck my character is. I haven't got a name for him yet. But also like a rival manipulator. So she is someone who has her own influence over people, and she tried to work those charms on whoever the fuck I am. And I went, no.
Ex-lover? Question mark.
Yeah.
Rival manipulator, a tavern owner, tried to influence, tried to use character. Okay, she tried to use you.
And I think as part of that, my friend is Nyrix, a prostitute, and I think my character stole her from the tavern owner. So I think when this like break happens, I think he convinced her to come with him instead of staying with the tavern owner.
Oh, so she was stolen.
Well, yeah, I mean, she used to be under the employ of Clyra and used to gather her secrets and feed her information. I think my character convinced her that I was the brighter path.
I have no idea how you did that, but okay.
How are you the brighter path? We're starting a cult.
She doesn't have to know that.
Well, I mean, you could, but
Yeah,
who
I mean,
knows?
she probably does. I probably convinced her that the Dark God is the only way to really free ourselves of the oppression of the society.
Yeah.
You don't even know what the god is.
Doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter to my character.
Wow.
He just wants a big force, right? He wants something to shake and change the city. He doesn't care what that is.
You just want to break the wall, don't you?
He just wants to break the world, friend.
More than it
It's-
already has been.
He wants to turn it upside down.
All right. And
No,
the next part.
I think Celine. I would like my character was just straight up stalking Celine, like hard out stalking Celine.
But yeah, Flint will be my
Alright.
character's brother.
Stalked
I-
Celine.
Yeah.
Or was Matt's character stalking Nyrix, the prostitute, and that's how I knew him to be a great hunter.
Oh,
Like,
most
yeah,
definitely.
we need people with your talents. Come with us.
But yeah,
Wow.
Flint is my character's brother.
That works, yeah. Friends with Flint the Spirit Trafficker. Brother. Another. Yeah. Quack's
And yeah, I
brother.
tried to summon the demons, and that failed horribly.
Mhm.
As it does normally.
Yep.
Never summon a demon. It never goes well for anyone.
It could go well, but it didn't that time. Matt, what's your vice?
What
Ooh,
page
this
is that
a good
on?
one.
That's an interesting
It's on
idea.
Page.
That
I was
uh,
just on it.
I was just on it as well.
I wasn't.
Page 63 in the PDF.
Thank you.
55 in the book.
Yeah. So vice is basically a thing you do to distress, because that's the main mechanic of this game. So to remove stress from your character, you have to indulge in a vice and satiate your need. It's usually a downtime activity and part of the background stuff. And it also can lead to entanglements when you roll your vice and indulge in it, and you attract either trouble, you maybe brag about your exploits, stuff like that. You maybe get thrown out. So you have some various choices. You could pick faith, gambling, luxury, pleasure, obligation, weird, or stupor.
I'm gonna take pleasure. And
Right.
that's stalking people up.
Creepy motherfucker.
Now, you cannot do this on your own. You have someone who purveys targets to stalk. Like you have a favorite hunting ground, or etc. Or maybe someone finds targets for you. Because the big thing about Vice is you have found someone or a place belonging to someone that basically gives you this vice. So it's not just you anymore. It's turned into something bigger.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna make a mess of this whole situation when you get to me. It's gonna be great. I'm excited.
Shit, I didn't know. Can we come back to me and give me some time to think about that? Unless you've got an idea.
All right. So Quack,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite vice?
I'm gonna go fucking weird.
All right. Now there are various forms of weirdness,
Hold on.
but yeah, you're a cult already, so I don't think you want to know. You want different
gone.
What's
cults?
happening?
Yep.
Matt,
Yeah.
tell me about this girl you've been stalking.
Celine?
Huh?
Celine?
Yeah, man. Tell me about it.
I think Celine is a younger blue coat. I think she is.
Corrupt as fuck.
Say that?
Corrupt as fuck.
I mean, probably.
Like all of them. Awesome.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
She's,
Yep.
yeah, I think she's very pretty. She red hair, Liam. I don't know what kind of details. What details do you want?
That's right. That's all I
Look,
need.
tell me
Thanks.
what the details you need to fuck
That's all-
my
that's all I
character.
need.
Look, I know you
We're
want to
good,
fuck
man.
my character
We're good.
over.
That's all I
What
need. That's all I
details
need.
do you
We're
need
good.
to fuck
Don't
my
worry.
character over?
We're good, man. Don't worry.
What did
We're
I
good.
miss?
What sort of corruption does she partake in?
Liam, what sort of crop?
Nah, she's a purveyor, man. She's a purveyor. She's my purveyor of them hard drugs.
Yeah, I mean that sounds good.
She sells drugs. All right.
She does, and I think I'm 100%. That's my vice. Vice is
Okay.
stupa. It's some sort of like hard psychedelic. Like yeah, man. Fucking
She
trip.
sells hard psychedelics.
I think because I love, I don't know, I've always loved the scene in whatever fucking movie that is that I can't think of right now.
Yeah, I know that scene.
Looper with the like the eye drops,
Yeah.
the eye drop drugs. I think that's what it is. I think it's like the eye
Oh,
drop.
wow.
That's
nev-
literally the drug we made in our last game.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention
I've
during the last game.
never
Yeah, I was
heard,
GMing it. Don't ask questions.
I've never heard someone say hard psychedelics before.
Yeah.
I want
Um,
to try some hard psychedelics.
Another same
Wow.
shit, man. Hardcore.
But not my weird vice thing. Yeah, he basically consorts with all the ghosts he can find.
Okay then. So do
Well,
you do
I'm-
this?
Hmm?
Do you do this out of Gaddock Station with the Deathland scavengers, or do you? Yeah, who provides you with spirits? Like, is it Salia from like is it a spirit that gives you other spirits somehow?
Maybe.
Is
Like, I
it a
might
Death-
just go out into the middle of the like ghost station, whatever it was called.
Yeah,
Either
basically,
that or it's my brother.
basically to move from city to city, there are train stations that uh, that there are special trains that basically go from place to place, and they are like protected from the ghosts, which is why the trains can go and come and go. And the station there is also where the scavengers leave to go to the Deathlands and hunt. So you have someone there who provides you with spirits called Sister Thorn.
Okay then. That's convenient because my character's name is Father Gregory.
Gaddock Station. Sister Thorn, Gaddock Station, Vice Purveyor. And your vice is weird. You
I
have
like
a weird
the
vice
ghosts.
where you let ghosts possess you and they drive your body around and you feel great.
Sure, why not?
What was the name of the girl again, Matt?
Celine, Celeeen.
You just chuck it in fucking Rock 20 chat. Cheers, bud.
You're
So-
saying I'm the creepy one.
Hey,
Um,
you're the one who's stalking her. I mean, that's absolutely how my character found out about your character, though, right?
Hey, hey.
Like, 100%. She told him during like a trip, and he was like, "I need this guy. I need his talents."
I like the idea that she's my rival. She knows I'm stalking her. She's a blue coat.
Oh, no,
It's a
she-
dangerous person for me to be
She
stalking.
hates you.
But I'm still stalking her.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
She
like,
has a
she doesn't
restraining
know.
order.
She 100% doesn't know that I'm like gonna recruit you. She just mentioned you as like this creepy dude and mentioned all this stuff. I'm like, this guy's got skills. This guy's what I need.
wow.
You're almost worse than the stalker.
Almost.
I mean, I'm a pretty creepy stalker.
You're just creepy in general, Matt.
I'll take it. Yeah, no,
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know how stalking is larger
Don't
than
finish
myself.
that sentence, please.
Look, man. It's not about how it works. It's what you do, and you just roll your vice, and
Okay, cool. Okay,
things happen.
Okay.
Awful things happen.
I think there's a brothel that I have somehow weaseled my way into the like requiring like new girls, and that requires like lots of like having to like check them out and like watch them and
Oh.
just like following them around, and it's something that people would normally pay me for, but like it's pro bono.
So
I'm a brothel
you
scout.
your luxury is
He's a pimp.
pleasure, and you visit.
Yeah, I
He's a
visit
pimp.
brothels, except I don't, partake in the brotheling. I.
He partakes in human trafficking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's not human trafficking. Like he learns dirt about these people. Like he
Human trafficking.
gets all up in their lives, learns all the blackmail, and then gives that information to the
You're
head
making
brothel.
it sound even worse, Matt.
Yeah, that's the point. That's definitely the point, Quack.
Hey, can I entwine another layer of fuckery into this?
Always.
I mean, sure.
Can the person he supplies to be Kailara, my rival,
Your rival, Clylara.
who is the tavern owner, and
Kalara definitely owns the brothel.
whether
Okay.
she's known to
fair.
own it or not, it's just
Oh,
adding all
God.
layers.
Going to be
Layers.
extremely. I
Hey
have
man,
no idea.
okay. Clyra
Clive.
owns a tavern in Silkshore. It's usually like you pay like a gondolier to travel you around those parts, but there are brothels and vice dens and food
Yeah.
stalls, and it's exotic. It's also got like several criminal gangs who vie for its control. Very little occult influence, but
We could fix that.
We're gonna fuck that up.
I mean that we'll get there. We'll get there. So Clyra owns a tavern in Silkshore that functions as a brothel. Obviously, Nyrix used to work there. They
Yep.
left,
Because of
and
Wait, Nyrix is on my list as well.
yeah,
and-
I noticed it's the same name.
Yeah. Is it a possessor
and-
ghost?
Mine's a prostitute.
Yeah, no.
It'd be funny if the Nyrix is the same person. Yours
same
is just a
thing, isn't
ghost
it?
prostitute.
Same person.
Hey man, ghost prostitution is great.
The ghost
Remember the
don't-
Ghost Mafia from last game?
Yeah, I remember the Ghost Mafia.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, well, I
The
did.
game is so weird.
I didn't
So
get about any of your bullshit. All right.
and Silkshore is the beat of Selene, the Sentinel. They walk Silkshore and sell hard drugs.
Psychedelics.
Finally, why did I get kicked out of the Arcane University, or whatever it was called?
No, they don't sell hard drugs. They sell hard psychedelics,
Yeah.
which is a
that's
thing
the
in
one.
this universe.
Not your normal brand like LSD shrooms type shit. Level above, man. Level above.
Yeah. So there's a place called Fog Crest in Silkshore, which is basically like a bunch of crowded houses in like a maze of stairways.
Sick.
It's like a bohemian commune with artists and
Hell
psychedelic explorers.
Yeah,
So
man.
Selene, the vice purveyor, has like a corner in Fog Crest on Silkshore where she basically she shows up and like the customers are already there, so she basically hands out psychedelics.
Yeah, man.
You don't need drug
Hello?
pushers. Drugs push themselves.
You don't know who's providing
When-
her. Please.
When you're pushing the right shit, yeah, they do.
Yeah, you don't know who's providing them. You just know that she has them.
Hell yeah.
You know exactly who's providing them.
What
What's up, Matt?
what is the psychedelic called?
What was that
Bath.
last drug called?
Definitely bath, right? Bathhouse.
Nah.
House bath. Come on,
God,
Liam.
it's an eye drop. It's got an eye drop.
Bathe
What was
your
the
eyes
drug
in
called in
house
that other
bath.
game, Liam?
Hat?
I don't remember.
Liam doesn't know.
Yeah. Eye drops. So like
Tears.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
Tears.
that. Tears.
the dubbed tears, because sometimes if you
cry.
have a bad trip, you cry black.
Yes. It's 100% made from whale blood, right?
I'm not saying anything.
Everything's made from whale blood.
So
Dude.
now we know why it's hard psychedelics.
I
I said
think,
it was hard psychedelics,
yeah,
man.
man, I'm keen.
What's a soft psychedelic, Liam?
I don't know. LSD, shrooms, that tame shit.
All right. So we have established who's providing you with shit.
Can no
If
one take
you-
anything I'm saying as fact? Yeah. Don't do LSD or shrooms.
No, at the same time. And then take some Adderall and
This
some
is
MD.
this is worse than LSD, man. This has to be worse than LSD.
Yeah, man, it's hard.
If by
psychedelic.
worse you mean better in every way and everyone should try it, then yes, go
Amen.
kill some whales.
Hey, we are not in any way endorsing psychedelics.
All I'm saying is take some LSD, go drink some whale blood.
What I'm
have an
saying
All
is-
I'm
amazing trip.
saying is, all I'm
Don't miss
saying
out.
is, I can't wait for you guys to do your vices and
I'm
fuck
excited.
up.
I'm
It'll
excited.
be great.
So excited.
That's
Out of everyone here, I seem to have the most normal
Quack.
voice.
Which is
Wow.
weird, coincidentally enough.
How did my question for you? You can decide, right? So my character is looking for some sort of occult entity that they can use to just destroy society, like throw it, completely turn it on its head, right? How did he find you?
I have no idea.
Because he's looking, right? He's found someone to hunt people for him. And he's like, now I just need to find a being, an entity, something I can use, something powerful that I can use for my own devices. How did he come across you?
I mean,
hmm.
you're like a spirit guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there was some talking about trying to find someone to find your god, and Quack helped you find them
I
through
was
his
Sounds like a really bad
through
trick.
his failed ritual with Satara the demon. You
yeah,
uncovered.
you were the one who wanted me to start the ritual.
Not even that. Was I the one who fucked up the ritual?
Yes, you were.
You were doing really well, and then like me on some mad psychedelic trip just like stumbled in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Messed it up. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you heard
Yeah.
from my brother or something that I was doing the ritual, and then you stumbled in and broke and ruined it.
Also, just a slight counterpoint, Liam. I don't hunt people, I befriend them without them knowing it.
So how did you ruin the ritual?
Clearly threw some drugs into it.
No, not drugs. Cause like, he made you trip while you were doing the ritual. He just opened up your eyes and just shoved tear in your face, and
Probably not that, but more like it was like a really smoky room and shit. He probably just threw something into the fire.
huh?
He got the smoke all hazy and everything, and he started going all wonky.
Dude, you don't understand. The smoke was talking to him. It was telling him how to destroy the universe,
Right,
and
look, hey,
it
it
asked for more
works,
smoke.
all right? The smoke
Okay,
started
so-
forming letters. It told me to knock over the pillar with the thing on top of it. It told me to kick it over, so I did. All right.
You
I-
broke the bloody statue.
I broke the
relic.
relic, whatever it was.
So
Blamed Quack because I was like, it wasn't me. I wasn't calling your name.
so Satara obviously blames Quack's character because Quack was the one doing the ritual.
Yeah.
But
And he should have accounted for random bypasses. Obviously.
Random high bypassers who could somehow break down the locked door.
Look, that LSD strength, man.
there was a door.
why did you take this job to look for the destruction of the universe, Quack?
Oh, I haven't told him. I am 100% lying to him, telling him that I'm all about his cause. That like
I
I'm
want to break
using
the fucking wall. I want to break the ghost gate.
I'm 100% using him to be like, hey, I can bring you support and influence and benefit your cause. And I'm doing this entirely for you because I feel bad about what I did.
But Liam, the thing is, I want to destroy the fucking ghost wall.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I wouldn't have told you what my plan is.
Right.
But I probably told
And-
you what my plan is.
That's fair. Which is probably why I made the decision that you were the person I want to go with, right?
Basically, I want to bring spirits back into the world, let everyone connect with them, kind of shit.
That ends well.
Wow.
Exactly.
That-
Yeah, I mean, I'm not about that. I'm about having the people who have been like downtrodden in society, like be the top, and like flip
Fucking
society
anarchist.
on its
Oh, yeah. My
Fucking
character is
anarchist.
all about you, man.
head.
He is your voter base.
Yeah. So what happened was you were like you were doing a ritual to commune with Satara and um, tried to question her about something, and then after the questioning went correct, Liam's character just took whatever you were using to commune with and destroyed it.
Yeah. Which Atara blames me for because it was my fault for the ritual being there and yada yada yada.
Oh, Liam's character's
Alright.
a real dick. Oh,
I'm fine
Yeah.
with this.
this is why we don't let him play.
All right. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Which led you to the bathhouse, obviously.
I was doing the ritual in the bathhouse. It was an abandoned building I found.
Nice, I like it. So
It
Liam,
could work. Yeah.
your character came to the conclusion that he needed to destroy the world via a trip, right?
Yeah.
You're
You're
muted, buddy.
muted.
Yeah. So, like the last part of character creation is name, alias, and look. So, I'll let you guys pick how you look and your names
Oh,
and your aliases. That's not really important because we're gonna skip that to and go to crew while you guys think on names.
Yep, sounds good.
So whatever background you have, in common you have this: you've started a crew, you are equal partners, or like you've all decided on how the hierarchy works, and you're here to build something that will boost your criminal careers or your cultist career. However motivated you are, you've at least invested in this enterprise and you're invested in its development. This is where we're going to tell the stories. This is where your characters will come and go. And even if your character dies or traumas out or is killed or forever lost, the crew will keep carrying on. We've picked cultists. So you're basically acolytes of a forgotten god, and you do artifacts. You acquire stuff for your god. You commit to auguries. You consecrate places to your god, and you give sacrifices to your god.
Is there meant to be a downside here?
No,
I don't hear one.
no. It's just upside. So your crew begins with 2 coins. This is whatever
boys.
is this is whatever you had of savings or earnings or whatever you've scraped together to coin. Coin is the abstract measurement of currency in this game. You are tier 0, you have a stronghold, and you have 0 reputation.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah. The cult you have starts with a lair and an initial like reputation that is how that is the quality of like your weirdness. So we've already determined the lair sort of. It's
Abandoned
basically
bathhouse.
an abandoned bathhouse with like a grotto underneath leading down to the underground canals.
It's where all the weird shit takes place.
Yeah. So underground bathhouse. Underground abandoned bathhouse with underground passage connecting it to the canals.
we're doing this stuff on Blade's group sheet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is mostly just description of your lair. So you start with a lair. Notes: under abandoned bathhouse with underground passage. Now, you're tier 0 and you pick a reputation. So your reputation could be ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, subtle, strange. Like pick a name that basically describes your initial, like the feeling you want to evoke when you present your crew. Are
I
you
was-
going to be honorable? Will you be daring?
I was thinking either subtle or strange.
We are
Will you
not
be
subtle.
brutal?
I mean, we can be subtle if we like. That's why I said strange as well.
Like you'll eventually tack on more reputations, but you get
Alluring?
to choose one. Alluring.
Maybe
Ooh,
like
that's
that's a
alright.
suggestion. I'm putting that into the group.
Mm. Do the reputations have any descriptions?
It flavors how eventually your crew will behave.
Okay.
Like the sort of people you attract. The
Mm.
I say we're just damn weird.
like the bloodletters were brutal and
Is
ambitious.
there a page of all these things?
You can invent your own words. Like
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, on the cult page in the book, the suggestions, are
Serene?
oh wait, it doesn't have suggestions. That's suggestions for the deity. Okay, ignore me.
yeah,
Oh, that
I
is.
already
Yeah,
have an
that,
idea of that, but
Yeah.
I'll give you the idea later.
That's fine.
okay, I
I don't know.
mean, like, what do we want to be
I'll-
known as? Like, instead of, like, let's not find a word, like, what do we want to be known as? Like, what's the word mean?
I think we're just weird. That's all I can think of.
So, I mean, you could tailor this to reflect your god.
Mysterious, like nobody really understands what we're doing, including ourselves.
So, what I rolled for your god is humanoid with animal features and
It's just a
depictions.
mature creation.
Yeah, and depictions of like the stars and the sky. So, I imagine like a wolf man or wolf woman or like fairly androgynous wolf
Am
For my
creature.
Sorry. Am I hearing Shark Man?
I actually think I heard Shark Man.
Did I hear Shark Man? I think I'm hearing Shark.
I
Matt,
think
did
I'm
you
hearing
say
Shark. Yeah.
Man?
All right. Yeah.
Might
Shark
be a
man.
Leviathan
Shark
man.
Man. Ah, cool. Shark Man. Yeah.
Would his name be? What is his name? Morgan or
I-
Matorgan? Or
I don't,
Matua-
it starts on M. I don't know what the actual name is. It's something weird.
Should this ring a bell?
You worship
Um,
Morgan. Okay. Yeah. You can.
Except for
I
my
mean,
characters.
we need a name that's a bit more mysterious and than Morgan, but it has to be related in some way to Morgan.
Morganica?
Like, I don't know.
I like
I
Morganica.
mean, I was starting my own cult, so that's fine.
I say
my-
Matorgan, so Matua and Morgan's name combined.
We're talking.
That's good. I like that.
I like that. I like Matorgan.
I am
so-
a
This
Torgan.
game is just set in the far future of the Starsuit game, isn't it?
Yeah. So the name, the
Mator-
Conqueror.
That's better than the Matorgan.
The Conqueror.
Well, it would be Matorgan the Conqueror, right?
That's better than both.
Yeah. I like it.
And let's see, 54, 62. The Maw of the Void. Yeah.
Okay.
Matorgan the Conqueror. Maw of the Void.
I like it. Hell
So do
yeah.
I.
That speaks destruction and damnation.
Yeah. Like, so like a shark man holding the sun, or like maybe there's like on
Devouring
the chest.
the sun?
Yeah, of course.
The
Of course.
Bathouse
Yeah,
is
devouring the sun.
making a lot of sense now.
Riding a golf buggy.
Hey Matt, is Morgan as a character starting to click? Yeah, is that whole character starting to make sense now?
That makes a lot of sense now.
You have
Didn't-
Matt had no idea what we were talking about.
What? No, I did.
I know it's good.
All right.
Still kind of
So-
stuck on reputation though.
Yeah.
Savage,
Devouring.
frenzied, like shark things.
Devouring.
Chaotic.
Kind of like chaotic.
Wow. All right.
That's
Kind
You
of like,
start.
that's not good for us.
dude,
Oh.
that's fine.
I know. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Well,
Just be aware
The
that
good
that's
news
not good
is
for us.
the good news is you only have 6 or so sessions, so
That's a good point.
the consequences of such things will maybe peter out.
Also, our
the
goal
Torgun.
is very chaotic.
Yeah. He's called the Devourer of the Void. Like, yes.
The
We have-
more
Law of the void.
We have a
Void.
dude-
Same shit.
Devourer of the sun.
We have a dude that wants to bring down the ghost wall, a dude that wants to destroy the world, and someone that just wants
Society.
to stalk. A dude that wants to bring down the ghost wall, a dude that wants to destroy society, and a guy that just really wants to stalk
destroying the
people.
ghost wall will destroy society and
There we
everything
go.
else.
Not in the way I
Well-
wanted to.
Now, destroying the ghost wall, the barrier on Duskwall, will only get rid of Duskwall. There are several other towns and cities, so it's fine.
Yeah, but who cares about Duskwall?
Yeah, really.
All the hundreds of thousands of people that live there?
Yeah, well, it's their own fault for living there.
That's a very good point. They should have chosen a place without ghosts.
Alright.
Exactly. They should have gone back to Earth. Might be a bit crispy, but
Yep. So we've decided on chaotic as your initial reputation. We'll see if that fits or if you change it.
Hell yeah.
we're going to die.
Now we're establishing our hunting grounds. So I've given you a bunch of handouts with a bunch of districts.
Are the hunting grounds where the...
Is where we're based.
Okay.
The hunting ground is where you're based, and where you're based will determine the factions that you deal with.
I mean, it can't be too far from Silkshore, if that's where my purveyor of my vice was, and I stumbled into this ritual place high.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be.
But like geography wise, I have no idea where anything is.
Yeah,
I think
where...
this
So-
island here is Silk Shore.
This is Silkshore.
I can't see your ping, your tuber color.
Oh right. Red like a god. This,
Yeah.
this entire thing is Silkshore.
And then it could really be anywhere.
I
Okay.
say we live on this island.
what's the like island next to Silkshore?
So Silkshore is next to the docks. If you look to your right.
Yep.
And beneath Silkshore is let's see.
Farm.
I think it's called. Well, it has some interesting ideas about what it is.
Barrow Cleft.
Dunslow. And
It's a ghetto.
Uh,
Oh, it's a ghetto.
I think there's like it's separated into 2 parts. So Dunslow is down from the docks. You see Billhook Prison.
Yep.
And then there's
Barrow
let's see.
Cleft.
Yeah, Barrow Cleft. Barrow Cleft is right down from Silkshore. With the Radiant Energy Farm, which is the part of what powers the Ghost Wall.
I mean, it has to be there, right?
Maybe.
So it's a bathhouse in Barrow Bridge.
Yep.
Near Barrow Bridge, or
Yep.
the Barrow Cleft Market.
I
Well,
kind of like near the bridge.
I like the idea. Is the bridge like... Are there houses or like shops on the bridge?
Yeah, I mean, so Barrett
Yeah.
Bridge, one of the 7 residential bridges in the city. The bridge is lined with homes, shops, merchant stores. Families of river fishers work from ramshackle wooden huts along the banks of the other side. They hunt large and dangerous wild river eels that gather to feed on refuse near the channel to the sea.
I like the idea of the bathhouse being like built into the bridge or something.
Well, I
Like-
mean, the bridge would be fairly large, right? Because
Yeah.
this is a Venetian
Hmm.
esque.
Yeah.
What should I say? What's next to New York? The
Long Island.
built on top of the ocean, so like Manhattan.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's a pretty big bridge with room for gondolas to pass under, and this is like some sort of spirit well hot springy place. So either one of the sides of the bridge maybe, and like in nestled into the structure of like
That sounds cool.
where the water
Yeah.
flows, and then at the end of one of the bridges. So either towards Silk Shore
yeah.
or Barrow.
Let's go on the Barrow Cliff side.
All right. So
So
your
like-
crew.
I like the idea that you get really high and then just take long walks.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
earned
okay.
that.
Hey, I'm just experiencing everything the world has to offer, right?
Not that you need the drugs to make it better. You know, it just helps.
Yeah.
So it's located at the Barrowcleft end of the bridge towards Silk Shore, and nestled.
Probably like
Down.
that building I just circled. If it's on the map building.
Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, that could be the bathhouse. Yep, perfect. The abandoned bathhouse. I have no idea why they abandoned it, but now I know.
So what's next?
Okay. So your crew is brand new, but you've chosen some small part of a district as your hunting grounds. This is the area that you usually target for your scores. You know it well. Like you don't need to hunt in the same district as your lair, but it's occupied by a gang. So, do you hunt victims, cultists in Silk Shore or Barrowcleft?
I think
right?
social. Matt?
I'm not phased.
Silk Shore it is. Who would we fuck with?
All right.
Everyone?
Yeah, but who do we fuck? Who
Um,
in Silk Shore do we fuck with?
I don't know. My
Well-
character will find someone.
This is interesting because Silk Shore is got a bunch of criminal gangs that's sort of in the periphery.
Any of them cults?
The question, I mean, no, none of them are cults. They keep the shit away. So
Oh no.
you can pay these criminals off, give off one of the coins you've assembled in exchange for allowing you to work. You could pay the faction the 2 coin you have as a show of respect and get 1+1 status with whoever is there, or you can keep your money and take -1 status with that faction as you're basically trespassing.
Do we want to pay?
Oh, we're trespassing for fucking sure.
Yeah, we're being assholes.
I mean,
don't
I
give a shit.
figured I had to ask.
Well, I mean, you are chaotic, so this makes
Yeah.
sense.
We're assholes. What do you expect from us?
Hells of the fucking yeah, we're trespassing. I love it.
I mean, literally, in our last game, the first thing we did was declare a gang war.
Yeah.
That gang war
mean-
was not going well for you, by the way.
That gang war,
It was
was
going
amazing.
fine.
I don't recall that game ever finishing, so in my
No, it
head
didn't.
canon,
It
we
went
won.
fine, Matt. Everything ended up
Yeah.
well. We became kings of the city.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
The bread baby crashed into the planet and we all died.
All right, all right. These guys are on Brightstone.
I vote we change our god to the bread baby.
I like Maturgan. Maturgan?
Wow.
Maturgan.
Matorgan, yeah.
You don't want to worship
Torgan.
Jake's bread baby, though?
No, I'd rather worship Maturgan. More of a Maturgan guy.
I really like Matorgan.
So stupid.
You said it.
So I can give you some options here. You could have pissed off the Gondoliers, which are a tier 3 faction,
Yeah, no.
They sound shit.
or we could
No.
go to the underworld, and you could have pissed off. Not those guys. I remember them. They were around. You could have pissed off. Not the grinders.
Ooh.
They're
Sounds
called.
shit.
They're called the wraiths.
Let's piss off the race
They're
because they sound like that'd be people we piss off.
they're a mysterious crew of masked thieves and spies who treat the neighborhood of Silkshore as their stomping grounds.
100% them.
Yeah, that's who we pissed off clearly.
What tier are they?
They are tier 2. They specialize in theft and intelligence gathering for blackmail.
I think. Does it make sense? So my character used to be, like military intelligence, right? Like secret service.
Yeah.
Does it make sense for my character to have pissed them off in some way? Like if they're all about spying and shit.
It could work, yeah.
Okay, they operate in Silkshore, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Counter
They
to that,
operate out of Silkshore
What-
and Night Market.
what if my character got a shit ton of blackmail on one of their members and they now are forced to work in a brothel?
Who?
So my
So you
character
just like fucked over one of the members and they're
just
holding
like
a grudge.
really fucked over, like someone who had some sort of importance in that gang, and my character was tasked to go and stalk them, gather blackmail on them, so they could be blackmailed into brothel service, and it worked really well.
Well, I mean,
Also,
Wow.
apparently this island here is all part of not Duskwall, whatever the district is, Barrow Cleft. So yeah, I said we take over this building because it's bigger.
I thought we were on the bridge.
Yeah, well,
yeah, you're on the bridge.
that
Man.
entire island counts as the bridge.
No, I'm physically on the bridge.
Yeah,
'Cause we want to be because the bridge, that's a cool vista. Don't take the cool vista away.
Yeah, we
I
need
wonder.
proper. Think about resale value, man.
Also, it
yes,
fits
resale
with
value of the what's going to become a Forbidden Temple at one point or another.
I don't think that's part of Barrow Cleft. That's part of Silkshore.
No, look on the map. It says it's part of Barrow Cleft.
If you look at Silkshore,
Yes,
It's
but I'm
got it.
currently looking at the page for Barrow Cleft in the PDF, and it currently highlights that part.
huh? Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I see Barrow Cleft. Yeah, it's part of Barrow Cleft. Yep.
Either way,
Either way, yeah, we've already decided you're on the bridge.
yeah.
So that's fine.
How did we piss them off? This Liam fucked with them.
No, you're trespassing on their stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's yeah. So you
They ain't happy
Take-
with us, boys.
take
be
minus
fine.
-1 status with that faction.
It'll be fine.
Well, it's their own fault. They were there when we wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Now-
got in our way. All right,
Exactly.
don't forget that. They got in our
When-
way.
Whatever you say, man.
Yeah.
I'm all behind it.
Oh wow. Okay. Interesting. So let's see. Trespassed against the let's see, in the stomping grounds of the wraiths. On the stomping grounds of the wraiths. So they are masked thieves and spies operating on Silkshore.
What's next?
So you have to remember that. You take +1 die to do gather information rolls and a free downtime activity in your stomping grounds.
Yay.
Yeah, so whatever downtime activity you want to do, you get +1, but it has to happen in Silkshore. When
muted.
you acquire turf, you can expand the size and scope of your stomping ground.
So sorry, that was +1 die to downtime activities in Silkshaw.
+1 die to gather information rolls
In Silkshore.
in Silkshore, and a free downtime activity.
Wait, isn't our hideout in Barracliff?
It's where our
Hunting
stomping
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cool.
This is the part. This is the place you hunt, not the
Yep.
place you rest.
Yeah.
Don't eat and shit in the same place.
Exactly. You never piss off the people who you're living with.
Until it becomes
+1
necessary.
die to.
Yeah. So what's next? Not
Gather. Pick a special ability.
Well,
okay. What is there? Chosen, anointed, bound in darkness,
Oh.
conviction, glory incarnate, sealed in blood, or zealotry.
Yeah.
Glory incarnate sounds fun just because of the word.
Your deity somehow manifests in the physical world.
Sometimes
This can be a great boon, but the priorities and values of your god are not that of a mere mortal. You have been warned.
I think that's what we need.
I like that. Either that or sealed in blood. Each human sacrifice yields -3 stress cost for any ritual.
Glory incarnate just sounds more fun.
I mean, look, I'm down for the funness. Glory incarnate does
So
sound
if we
badass.
plan on getting like gang members, zealotry is kind of cool.
Or we could go conviction and everyone gets a sacrifice.
Well, I mean, the next one is to upgrade your crew. So, like,
Yeah, I vote for Glory incarnate.
Yeah, that fits with the chaotic theme.
yep,
Down with that.
yep, that makes sense.
Look,
That makes sense.
If I'll be honest, there are 4 words in Glory incarnate that sell the entire thing to me, and
God
that is
manifest
you
in the physical world.
have been warned. I'm down. I'm down for that.
So each crew type has some selected upgrades. Like if you are a Bravos, you get free prowess training. But the cult has free resolve training, and you get 2 additional upgrades to your new crew.
So that's like the lair quality training shit.
Yeah, cult
There's no
should
crew
give you.
upgrades though.
Cult should give you like you get free resolve, and there's one more thing. I think there's some followers. I just need to find the
Gang
We-
type adepts.
yeah.
So the crew upgrades we can take are Ordain, which gives everyone a +1 to trauma box. Cult rigging, which gives 2 free load of documents or implements. Ritual sanctum in the lair. Elite adepts or elite thugs.
Yeah.
I feel like ritual sanctum sounds fun.
What does the ritual sanctum do?
This
It's the
counts
place-
as a sacred and arcane workshop for occult practices and rituals. That sounds like pretty legit.
You have that or elite adepts.
I think we have 2, don't we?
We start with they're just regular adepts.
You
aren't they?
start with adepts. You start with a crew of adepts.
No, but we
Yeah.
have 2 upgrades, don't we? Didn't you say?
You get 2 for free. So
Okay.
they come with the cult, and then you get 2 you can choose.
Okay, I mean, if we get 2 more that we choose, I think Ritual Sanctum of the Lair is pretty legit.
Yeah.
And then upgrade our adepts to elite adepts.
Yeah.
Unless we want
agree with
cult rigging, so we get 2 free load of documents or implements.
Yeah,
That
that doesn't sound
is-
as useful straight up.
Yeah.
Adepts it is.
All right. Now, one faction helped you get this upgrade. They
Oh,
like
it's
you,
the old
and you
ladies.
get +1
It's the
status
grannies.
with them.
Please let it be the grannies. I know that I know there's
adds-
old ladies in this.
As an option, you can pay a coin to repay this kindness and take +2 status with them.
You ain't
Instead
repaying
of-
anyone
We
without
know
money.
that shit? Hell no.
Oh, please let us repay that. Let's be friends with the grannies.
Who are the grannies?
I don't. I know.
The Dimmer sisters.
The Dimmer sisters. Let's pay the good
Who
Dimmer
pay?
sisters.
What do they do?
And why would we pay
So-
people?
They're a cult
The
of
Dimmer
shit.
sisters. The Dimmer sisters are a housebound of it's a house of recluses with an occult reputation. There is no single leader of the sisters. Their true names are not known. They have a servant called Roslyn who basically opens the door and invites people into the house. And a girl named Helen who does tinkering. These people deal in the occult. They have been they've been slowly consolidating the trade of spirit essence in Doskwall. Like they are established. They've been here for some decades.
Sounds like it makes sense.
If we don't
Yeah.
choose them, I know who I'm stalking.
I mean, that sounds like it makes sense. I think that's.
You could also team up with someone called Lord Skurlock, an ancient noble said to be immortal like the Emperor.
I like that guy. I'm fine
yeah.
with either. What do you want, Liam?
Matt.
Has to be the creepy old ladies, right?
Creepy old ladies.
creepy old ladies it is.
There's the Circle of Flame, which is a refined.
We've already
secret.
picked the creepy old ladies.
All right. All right. So you pick the Dimmer sisters, and as a result, you get +1 status with them.
Yay.
They are called the Dimmer sisters. Helped get you elite adepts. So some training or some arcane ritual, like whatever means they did help you acquire.
Our adepts are all just old women.
I mean, however they helped you is up to you. They helped boost your adepts from regular to elite, right?
One of them is Matt's grandmother.
I love it.
One faction was screwed over when you got the upgrade. They don't like you, and you get -2 status with them.
The
Or you can
Wraiths.
pay 1 coin to make it -1 instead of -2. If you have -3, you're instantly at war.
The Wraiths.
Probably, yeah.
Let's see who the Dimmer sisters are.
No, can we not do the because if we do the race, we're at war with them, right?
No, because we're only at
Race.
-1 at the moment.
Yeah, and then we get -2, which would put us at -3, which means we're at war.
What page are these groups on?
Oh.
Nut.
Various pages. Like there are so many
Um,
pages. Now the Dimmer sisters are enemies with the Spirit Wardens, who are basically the ruthless spirit cops.
Yeah,
of
that makes
Dustfall.
sense.
Then yeah,
100%.
we hate them.
100%.
There's also the Reconciled, who are
Spirit wardens.
all right.
I think with Quack's character's goal, the Spirit Wardens makes the most sense.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
fuck them over anyway.
We're gonna die.
All right. The Dimmer sisters helped train adepts, elites. The Spirit Wardens fucking hate your guts. The Spirit Wardens somehow, or maybe the ritual site. Like maybe the Spirit Wardens, like you engaged in a ritual at your ritual site.
We stole it from them.
I mean, I think they caught wind of Quack's character's plan, right?
I did nothing.
Not yet.
All right.
You will
so
do something.
I have no
+1
proof.
status. +1 status. +1 status with the Dimmer sisters. And the Spirit Wardens somehow caught wind of the training, or maybe some items that you were gathering to facilitate your work. And you're now on their radar.
Yay.
Maybe yeah, okay, I know it. You raided Spirit Warden supply or cache to like afford like masks and like equipment to make your guys adept, and the Dimmer Sisters helped you by pointing out where the cache was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And train adepts and supplied you with adept equipment. So
And for some random reason, there was just a ritual sanctum underneath the bathhouse, and we found it.
no, that's why you have the bathhouse as your place, right?
Yeah, because I built that there before Liam broke everything.
Well, you built it. Yeah, okay.
Hey, look, accusing me of breaking things, not cool, man.
Look,
Well,
the
I-
bathhouse. I mean, we do worship a shark, so this bathhouse could just be like
An abandoned temple.
an ancient abandoned temple of.
That nobody actually realized it was a temple for the
Yeah.
longest time.
This is a temple of
Yeah, like-
Matorgan.
Yeah, the Temple of Matorgan.
I like
at,
that.
at the bottom of the ancient bathhouse, inside the water, the steamy water down into the underground near the canals, there's a statue of Matorgan that has been long hidden and now uncovered.
For some reason, the bathhouse just generates steam. Nobody knows why.
All right.
Matorgan's
Next.
pure fury.
Uh, it's just a shark man who's like in a mandala pose or something. I don't know.
I just
And he's
imagine
just big shark grin, and that's all.
he's also wearing a very nice suit.
Yeah. Choose a favorite contact.
Bob.
Um,
What are our options?
They are on the character sheet. There is Gagan, an academic, Adakin, an occultist, Hutchinson's, an Equid, an
Antiquarian?
And that's the word.
Antiquarian.
Thank you,
That.
guys.
Moria, a spirit tracker, Matthias Klein, a noble, or Bonnet, an astronomer.
Kind of like the idea of a noble person.
Our god has to do with stars, right?
No,
Yep.
our god is just an angry god.
There's like I think not rolled stars, like right?
The mole.
Yeah. The mod that devours the sun has some stars, and like
So an
there are
astronomer
some
could
associated.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I
work.
mean,
Yeah, I like that.
Sure. Bennett
Alright.
is.
Or an antiquarian, because antiques.
You're an antique.
Thank you.
I mean, pick one.
I like
you get
an astronomer. Astronomer, an astronomer.
Astronomer,
fits
yeah.
Well,
Bennett
the
is.
god choice.
How could you
All right.
pronounce antiquarian right off the bat, but non-astronomer?
What?
English is a shitty language.
Hey man, don't knock it.
Don't question me then.
Fair enough.
Next.
Also, I'm studying archaeology. If I could pronounce one or two, one of the other, it would have to be antiquarian, right?
Yeah, but astronomers
So-
like that's yeah, fair.
One faction is friendly with this contact, and you get
Sisters.
+1 with them. No, it's not the sisters.
What factions have to do with astronomy?
Uh,
Whichever one that
Factions
is.
is on page 291 of the PDF.
Yeah, there are several factions who could be affiliated with this guy.
Which one has the coolest name?
The Church of Ecstasy and Flesh.
So the
You had me at
Sparkrites,
ecstasy.
yeah, the Sparkrites are engineers and scientists who
Nope,
crafted
They
and
maintain
maintained.
the lightning barrier. Fuck that. Nope.
The Forgotten Gods, the Foundation. The Hive. The Horde. Seriously, some of these names are so edgy.
The Circle of Flame is a circle, like they're like scholarly individuals who gather artifacts and treasures from the Lost
Ministry
District.
of Preservation.
Yeah, like the Circle of Flame, refined secret society of antiquarians and scholars.
Let's
That
take
could work.
that guy.
Yeah, I mean, cover for extortion, graft, vice, and murder. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll do.
Sure.
Okay. One faction is unfriendly with this contact, and you get -1 status with them.
Let's go the Imperial military.
Wait, which was the ones we said no to earlier? Spark rights?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spark Rights.
Do them.
I was going to say the
Like-
Imperial military.
Yeah, let's not choose the highest level faction there is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The Circle of Flame is natural enemies with the Hive and the Silver Nails. So you
Okay,
Spark
I'll
Rights it
stick with
is.
those.
What are the silver nails?
the Silver Nails are a company of Severosi mercenaries who are cleansing. They want access to the Lost District, and they basically want to kill a bunch of ghosts and take it
But
over.
killing ghosts is bad. Kill them.
Yeah, okay, let's do them. They sound cool. They sound like a cool faction.
Yep.
Do it.
Yes, but the Spark Rights want to fix the wall.
No, we'll fuck them over
Plus
anyway.
one with
Yeah, that's just natural. Don't worry about it.
We'll declare war on them later.
-1 with Silver Nails.
In the end, we're gonna declare war with everyone,
Can't
I
declare
mean-
war on the bloody city.
except the Dinner
Alright.
Sisters, because I feel like they'll be down.
Nemesis will start the war.
As long as they get to stay in their house.
Their house will be the headquarters.
Next is like crew upgrades. So if you didn't pick those two,
Hey, look, we have 2 coins to spend on crew upgrades.
What else can we do with the coin?
That's for like the stuff we add to the lair and shit, isn't it?
yeah, basically the coin is your savings, and you can
I was looking at this.
spend
And-
XP, crew XP to afford these.
I'm thinking the ancient tower. If that's what we're looking at. Is
How
that
do you
what
put a tower on a bathhouse on a bridge?
You just have it be there already.
Yeah,
and
because
you
so
don't-
the ancient tower, we
Yeah.
get +1 dice to consort with arcane entities on site, and our god just shows up, right? So that
Yes,
I
100%.
Is
Yes.
our god the statue?
makes sense.
The god just comes out one of the many random pools.
And I think the other one I was looking at, so I was looking at 2. I was looking at the ancient tower, which is +1 die to consort with arcane entities on site. The other one I was looking at was ancient obelisk. For -1 stress cost for all arcane powers and rituals.
That'd be
I don't know,
useful for me.
I get the feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of that shit. So
Can we take
Yes,
2? Or just 1?
I don't know.
No.
Dum, da, dum.
Or ancient gates to safe passage into the Deadlands.
You get 1 upgrade.
If we get 1, I'd argue for Ancient Tower.
Yeah.
Tower
I mean,
sounds fun.
I think being +1 dies to consorting with them on site when we have a god that shows up.
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah,
that fits
tower
really
sounds fun.
well. That fits real well.
makes sense. So yeah, right. Tower it is.
Yeah, all right.
And does that spends one of our coin or? Is that how that works?
No,
Okay, cool.
Keep the coin, dude.
you just start with 2
We just
coins.
have that,
Like,
and we
yeah.
can use it as we
Okay,
play.
then.
All right, sweet.
So you have a gang of elite adepts. They are literally just 1 or 2 people,
Can they be 3?
maybe 3.
Nice.
I just like the number 3. That wasn't me trying to get more people. I just
I
really
feel
like
like
the
our
number
god's
3.
number is 3.
Yeah.
No, our gold's number is nat 20.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. God's number is 20. All right.
Well,
Hell
in this
yeah.
system,
Yeah.
that would be a 6.
So
Um,
yeah, cohorts can suffer harm like you guys. So they can be weakened, impaired, broken, and they can be destroyed. They heal during downtime, and you can spend coin to help them recover. Eventually, we'll invent names for what they are.
I think. Do we have to pick features for a deity, or you already got them?
I've got them.
Cool.
What are they?
If you create a cohort, so you have a cohort.
Yep.
You should have 1 or 2 edges and 1 or 2 flaws. Depending on how many edges you get them, they'll get an equal amount of flaws.
Is this in the
So-
character sheet or?
This is about your cohorts.
Yeah, is this in the like sheet?
Yeah,
Or-
it's on the right corner,
cool.
top right.
Thank you.
So your cohort can be your cohort can be fearsome, independent, loyal, tenacious. Like it's got its own qualities. I'll let you invent an edge if you want to have a different edge, but you also have to take a flaw.
Okay, hear me out. So we worship a shark god. Sharks are carnivores. Sharks like blood. Our cohort's flaw, they like to drink blood.
Cohorts aren't vampires.
No, but like not even blood. They just like to eat people. They're cannibals, is what I'm saying.
Cannibals.
The flaw is they're cannibals and they can only sustain themselves via human meat.
So I will give them the frenzied flaw.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then
What does that do?
makes them frenzy.
It means if they get hurt, they just go berserk.
Sweet. That fits in
Sounds
chaotic.
legit.
That's a flaw.
Yep.
What edge do we want? Is this on?
These are adepts, mind you. They are supposed to cast spells. If they get
Yeah.
frenzied, they stop casting spells.
I'm thinking like what's the word I'm looking for? Edge could be like devoted or
They
Loyal.
truly believe in the cause.
yeah, that sort of shit.
That sounds right.
So
Is there anything besides frenzied?
Kind of
damn
like
it,
frenzy though.
Oh, it
The,
fits so
honestly,
well.
the first word that comes to mind when I think of sharks.
Yeah, it fits so well, but
I
it's
like it
so
a lot.
bad. It's so
Stick with
bad.
frenzied, Matt.
It's so bad.
Matt,
We
we're not
got-
gonna survive this game.
That's
Shut
a
up.
good.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I'm thinking like edge would be like loyal or devoted or like
I'll let you choose. Do you want them to
Fanatics.
be unable to? Yeah. Do you want them to be loyal to you, or do you want them to be loyal to your god?
Just for the
I'm not
fun, I
gonna
feel like
answer that because I want them to be loyal to me.
I think like yeah, like
just because it'd be more fun, the god.
fanatically loyal to the god. Yeah.
All right. So
Then
the
again,
edges.
so is my character as well. So
Yeah,
sure. They can be devoted to your god. Do you want to give them another edge? Because you can take 2 edges, but you also have 2 flaws.
I think we're fine. I'm fine with that. I don't know that.
Oh, what are the other edges?
Fearsome, independent, tenacious.
I'm
So
good.
independent means they take their own initiatives in absence of direct commands.
that just
I
means they'll go.
personally feel like I'm gonna forget to give them commands.
Do we want to do the dependent?
Yes, I do.
Because then they could like go and gather more like
Yeah.
occultists, and we could like they could grow our numbers and shit.
Yeah, independent will do.
What are the other flaws? Not.
Well, there's always savage. This cohort is excessively violent and cruel.
We already have frenzy, so savage makes perfect sense.
Unreliable. This cohort isn't always available due to having other obligations
No.
and acting on their own.
No,
Is there anything else
Okay.
besides savage that fits with frenzied?
savage.
Besides savage, is there like another?
I feel like savage.
Yeah, probably.
Rude. That's just the flaw. That is rude.
Yeah, I mean, there's Wild is drunken debauchery, loudmouth. So,
Savage.
so
Yes, but
yeah,
Morgan wasn't wild.
He
true.
was
Yeah,
he
I
was
think-
savage.
I think Savage.
Yeah. Because
Alright.
wild would be the exact opposite of what Morgan was. Morgan
Well,
was very calm.
yeah. Now I see where you get your chaotic reputation from.
It's just our
Uh,
followers.
Our followers are going to kill us.
Look, and
Your-
me.
your
Like,
followers.
let's be honest here. I'm not super stable.
So yeah, when
Not
if you want to send your cohort to achieve a goal, we roll the quality of your crew, which is now 0 plus 1 because they're elite.
Yay.
Cohorts take damage, etc. You've chosen crew type. You've chosen your reputation as chaotic. You've established your hunting grounds, chosen your special ability, assigned upgrades, and your favorite contacts. We're done.
Yay.
Already?
Yeah.
Yep.
That only took 2 hours.
Yeah.
Has everyone named their character?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Rat.
You're a rat with a pet rat named Goat.
No, my name is Rat and I have a pet goat named Goat.
Perfect.
Matt. So you are Rat Matt.
Thank you.
I'm
don't
Gregor,
don't get that
also
wrong.
known as Father Gregor.
Nice.
You are Gregor Quack.
Liam, who are you? Liam,
Do
you're
you have a
muted.
name?
Liam, you're muted if you're talking.
I press the button. Still deciding.
Like, I literally decided Gregor the second I decided my character's concept. Because Father Gregor sounds like a weird religious person.
I
Liam,
think
your name is now Fitzroy.
no. I think my name is
Stop looking at random name generators, Liam. You're not gonna
Erden.
find a good one.
Erden.
Erden.
ERDM.
Yeah.
Can you put that in chat, please? You two,
Yeah.
Quack.
But I don't like you.
Okay, well then you can just be Quack.
My name is clearly Gregor.
Your name is Gregor, Father Gregor, and Liam's name is Erden. So, Erden
Matt,
Liam.
is Rat your alias or is it Rat your actual name?
I've put it down as both.
Erden Batu.
At this point, he doesn't know.
You were literally just a rat. We found you in the sewer one day.
Wow.
Oh, I'm Scottish.
God damn! Please tell me you're not going to actually do a Scottish accent. The entire
Oh
time.
no! If you're not
I
going
have
to do
to.
a Scottish accent, I'm going to go and change my thing to Scotland. You've got to do a Scottish
I
I
accent.
legally have to at this point, Matt.
Fair
Liam.
enough. Fair enough.
Matt was allowed to do his weird accents. Why can't I do mine?
Yeah, no, you're allowed. It's just not great. Is what I'm.
That's the
That's the point
entire
of doing
point.
shitty
That's
accents.
the entire point of the.
Exactly.
No, fair enough. I'm not.
All of
going
my-
against that.
It is fun to do an accent.
It is.
I would never do a good accent on a D&D game. It's not fun. You have to do a bad accent to make it fun.
Look, I would love to have the ability to be able to do a good accent.
Matt,
Me
just
too.
play a Russian.
Oh, I'm gonna be creepy and British.
Should be
Why are you
creepy and
gonna-
Russian.
Pervert my fucking culture like that, man.
Don't worry, your
Because
culture
the British
did that.
are creepy and weird.
Yeah, they did that to
Oi.
themselves decades ago. Sorry, centuries ago. Sorry to any British people out there. I don't mean it. I'm just shitting on Liam.
Don't worry, they don't matter.
Quack's words, not mine.
I mean, look at their country. They elected Boris.
Yeah, look, we're not going to talk about that here,
Did you
okay?
did you elect Boris?
Yes, they did.
Look, we're not talking about who we elected or who
The-
we didn't elect. All right,
The guy
we're
that
not
looks
talking
like,
about that here.
we're talking about the guy that looks like a scarecrow, right?
Yeah.
We're not talking about who got elected and who didn't. All right.
Oh, Britain, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I don't know anything about his policies or anything. All I know
He
is
just
that he
looks
looks
like
like
an
a
idiot.
yes.
Yeah, it's because he isn't. No, I'm not gonna. We're not talking politics. No.
I only
not
find it
doing
funny
it.
because how stupid he looks. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about his politics either.
All I know is he looks like a scarecrow.
I always thought he looked like Trump's little brother.
I'm thinking of the hair.
Okay.
How do you get your hair to be like
Moving
that?
swiftly along, let's get off the politics talk.
yeah.
What are we doing?
So,
Politics or making fun of someone. There's a difference.
well, it's all politics, all the same. So, um, I just need to find this guy.
Oh, I'm glad I know how to make Liam incredibly uncomfortable
Alright,
really fast
all
now.
right, all right.
No, I'd rather not talk politics on the internet.
Oh
'cause
yeah. No, I understand.
No one is ever going to be happy with what you're saying. Yeah.
Hey, to be fair, the person on whoever opposed Boris is also shit. There you go. I've offended
Yeah.
everyone.
Pretty much.
Everyone is shit.
Everyone is shit.
Again, I'm not going to talk about. I don't think like I've mentioned a few things that I believe in politically. I'm never going to really talk about what I believe in politically.
Oh, it's the internet. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's never a good idea.
So I think what we see is Silk Shore. Yeah, where's Silk Shore?
Silk Shore is here.
Yeah, I just need to describe it. So we see like buildings, row upon row of buildings, lined off with various like silken draperies, and there are people purveying their various goods, and there are several smoky stacks like floating out of windows and chimneys as and we hear a town crier, someone wearing a particular like ink stained brown coat, and he's saying, "City Council considering martial law, hysteria due to rogue ghost attacks." As he's waving a paper with his like, and you see some people like throw coin at him and take the paper and like, oh, terrible. Rogue ghosts, you say? And we see a particularly fine brothel at lit like a Western restaurant with a bar and piano playing and girls waving their skirts and doing some sort of performance. And
Is this a saloon?
yeah, basically a saloon. Basically a saloon. And we see the three of you sitting at a table in a back room. Have you decided how your characters are looking?
No, what's the page where you roll for what your character looks like?
I have no idea.
I've got an idea what my character looks like.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could describe the person in front of you. Let's see.
If you want,
If
I can just go.
Matt, if you want a few like
Yeah,
hints
I'm
and
gonna go.
suggestions, PDF 64.
Thank you. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to roll. I just need to know what the game uses to describe. 64?
I've just been taking things off that. So
That's what I wanted. My PDF is outdated and not what I'm looking. Yeah, this is.
book page 56. That helps.
That does help. I think.
So yeah, Mike, you want us to describe our characters? Not.
Yep.
Gregor's average looking guy. He's probably about mid-30s. Not too young, not too old. Quite clearly, he has absolutely no hair anywhere on his body. He is he's somewhat tall with a very round face and head, quite thin, and the looks of him, he has a fair few scars covering his arms.
All right.
He's currently wearing what appears to be extremely bland, gray and grayish brown robes.
Okay. In contrast to Gregor, was that your name? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. In contrast to Gregor, the man sitting next to him is of average height and build. Obviously masculine. Is quite handsome of the face. Has a well trimmed beard and hair, very well kept. Obviously pays quite a bit of attention to the way he looks. He's neat and trim. He is wearing a long coat with I'm thinking like a dark purple like waistcoat underneath, and a pair of soft boots and neatly pressed trousers. And I think he has a cane that's probably placed on the table in front of him.
Oh.
And I think
Fancy.
obviously, like I think it's not it's underneath the long coat, but he has a pistol in a holster.
And Matt,
Okay. You see a very tall, skinny, lanky man with long limbs that are far out of proportion to his body. His face is thin and gaunt. He has long black hair that is long, greasy black hair that is like swept back, like he's used some form of gel that is probably spit to style it backwards. It looks dirty and
probably the goat licks your hair.
gross. It's a rat. It's just named goat. He's wearing like black tattered robes that aren't robes, that just black tattered clothing, and has thick, heavy boots that go up to his knees. Wearing a hodgepodge of different clothing that is all dark greys or blacks.
I'm sitting at least 5 meters away from you.
Very long distance.
I think probably the only other like notable factor about Erden is he's very noticeably wearing like rings. Yes, he has rings on his fingers.
I guess there's also how big is my rat nut?
Bigger than a normal sized cat.
Jesus Christ.
That big, Matt.
Yep. Cool.
Okay, that's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
So there's this. I'm gonna say what I was gonna say when I thought it was a normal sized rat. There's this massive fuck off rodent that looks about as dirty as rat does, crawling like around his shoulders, like scampering down his cloak and into his clothes, and you see this fucking massive lump moving beneath his clothing.
And that's why I sit nowhere near you.
And I think Erden's eyes are pretty heavily bloodshot as well.
I think your eyes are just stained red.
They're not. But you know, last night was an interesting one.
I've also got like massive, like something that a good night's rest won't fix. Just massive dark black rings under my eyes. This man hasn't slept in decades.
Considering how weird I look, I still look the most normal.
I mean, I look fine. My character looks like very trim and proper. Probably the only thing off about him, like you can tell.
Eyes.
I think why it sticks out so much is like everything else is very groomed and proper and kind of put where it should be, and you can tell he's paid attention to how he looks. But yeah, his eyes are bloodshot, and apart from he's very obviously Silverosi, so like you know he shouldn't be looking as nice as he does. They're meant to be wildmen.
Yeah, you know this. You know this woman. This is the Queen of Severos. She is Lady Helena, the elegant and mysterious proprietor of the Silver Stag Casino.
So she's the queen of Severos.
Well, queen.
Yeah, yeah, the queen of Severos. Yeah,
She's a noble from Severos,
yeah.
basically.
I mean, he's like paying her the respect you'd pay to the queen of Severos.
How attractive is this lady? Not.
Do you like black hair?
I like all hair, especially when it's in my pocket.
Yeah.
I-
Oh yeah, warning. This
She's
gets
got this
weird.
She's got this dark-skinned, black-haired, like well-made hair, feathers in her, like a feathery mane inside of her hair.
How common
And
are Severossi and Duskfall?
you see them around, but they're not super common.
I think Erden kind of, you know, as they were approaching this table, or she was approaching them, I think we saw a scene of Erden kind of leaning over, and he places his hand on Rat's shoulder and kind of leans in close and says, "Listen, friend, I really don't want to have to kill you before we start our great endeavor, but if you do anything to disgrace yourself, I might have to. Fair word of warning."
Doesn't say anything. He just looks at you like darts, like a rat would. Very
Now,
sudden
you
movements.
saw this woman, Rat. Yeah.
Licks his
You
lips.
saw this woman in a. Like, the reason you are here is because you told us to go here. You told everyone to go here.
Okay, cool.
You had a vision.
All right. Yeah, I'm in love with this woman.
Yeah, okay. This is going to be a point of tension.
Now, you remember having like a ritual, like you were dreaming, and her voice came through the mists. It parted through the water, and you saw the image of this woman as she basically um, looked to the sky and was like, "If anyone could help me, send send them to me." Or yeah, like basically like calling to the heavens for random aid, and um, yeah, that you remember having this vision.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't.
She was
say
in her
anything.
nightgown. It was really sexy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you told any of us about this vision, or have you just told us we have to go here?
No, this is a private, intimate moment between my new wife and I.
Yeah, all right.
Not for you. The thing that I'm taking for my rat for goat. I'm the mind link one.
You link with your rat.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's I
That
can
just
either
sounds
it's either Ghost
awful.
Form, Mind Link, or Arrow Swift, and it's definitely Mind Link because I 100% talk to this rat all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's like my only friend.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I gathered that.
So we're at this table, and Rat is leering at this woman. He's just staring at her, leaned forward, like
Are you being
arms
really
on the
obvious
table.
about it?
He's sitting forward on the table with his like this, staring, just staring. His fingers are long and creepy like a spider's, and they're intertwined, and they're running like tapping his knuckles, and he's just looking at her. Rat, like you've known Rat. Rat kind of just stares at people. That's his thing.
Yeah.
I stay away from you. That's my thing.
Rat looks at you though.
Please no.
Rat says,
What
Rat
the
says,
fuck?
"Oh,
Yeah, look, this game. Okay,
Okay, this game just okay.
disclaimer. This is gonna be weird.
no,
All right.
the
No. This is gonna be weird. This is gonna be creepy.
that's the word. I was gonna correct you to creepy.
Yeah, like
We
this is
apparently
the
we've all
thing,
decided this make
all
weirdo.
right? Like it's it's just gonna happen. And if you're watching this and you decide to keep watching past this warning,
For whatever reason.
you've accepted that. You've accepted that this is gonna be weird and this is gonna be creepy, and that's just what this is from this point onwards.
We
All
don't
right.
recommend staying.
Red hopes you stay. Red hopes he gets to watch you too.
Oh my god. So yeah, she
Look at the camera.
I'm in this character.
Please
Oh,
don't
God.
be in this character.
No, this character's
do it.
gonna be in me.
for some reason you are now here because of this vision, and you've managed to convince her to tell her problem. How did you do so, Liam?
I think he just I think it's the signs of respect that he has been showing to her. Like he's been legitimately treating her as you would treat the queen of the Severos. Like
Yeah, I'm sure she appreciates that. So she describes in her Severosi tongue the man whom she has problems with. His name is Karth Oris. He is a mercenary commander with the Silver Nails. And he's been coming to this establishment, gambling his fortunes away. And
Can't stop
She-
laughing at Matt.
and he's been jealously like trying to woo her and turning away other customers.
I think Eden says, "Do you have a preference for how this is dealt with?"
She would prefer for him never to enter her establishment ever again.
This can be arranged. We're sacrificing this dick bag to the Dark God.
You mean the shark god?
Red
Yeah.
agrees.
Yeah.
I look over to Rat, and say, "Okay, pet, we have something for you to hunt,
Red doesn't hunt.
something for you to find,
Red makes friends.
a friend for you to make."
Okay.
I don't like this man.
Eden turns, like places his hand on your shoulder. He says, "A man has his uses.
Is he
This
a
one
man?
has many uses."
Okay then, Littlefinger.
That's breaking the fourth wall.
So's that.
What?
Rat looks at camera.
Red sees.
Rat's been looking at the camera this entire time.
Red watches.
Yeah, Rat's been really creepily watching the audience. I don't know.
Particularly you.
Wow.
I have no idea at this point. I've lost it.
All right. Yeah, cool. Eden says, "Do you have any information about where we can find this man?
Um,
Or is there anything that I'd know already about where this man would be or where we could find him?"
well, he is currently established himself at the docks.
Do I know anything more specific than the docks, or
Yeah. Give me a second. Let's see. I was looking at
Just while
trying
Nut
to find.
looks that up, I have a couple more features for Rat. This is developing because I
Alright,
didn't know what this character looked like. He always he doesn't close his lips. He's always got like like a smile grimace on his
Does
face.
he have lips?
He has lips. They're very thin though. He likes to lick them a lot. He also has like black teeth. Yeah, it's not. It's probably rot. It's not rot, but it looks like rot. They're just black filth teeth.
The more you explain him, the more Gregor moves away from you.
Okay.
Like,
So
Gregor, like other than his clothes, he looks extremely clean.
this guy has a room at the North Hook Trading Company, massive estate house. And he shows up. He shows up at the casino to gamble his fortunes away.
Okay. So I think does she hang around? Like I've told her we can do it. She's given us all the information.
Yeah, I think she probably says something like, "I don't know who sent you, but it appears my prayers were answered."
You're praying for that.
Ignore him. It does seem as such. We can assist you in this cause.
I look forward to hearing that the task has been accomplished.
That will complete it. That will do this for you.
Eden smiles, says, "There is the matter of a reward. This venture could prove costly.
We don't need a reward. We just need admiration of pretty lady. No
Rat,
reward.
you want to shut up?
Looks over his shoulder. Ignore him as well.
Most people do.
I think I will. So yeah, you're trying to sway her to assign token of payment to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
To what she prayed for her god to intervene, and now her god is demanding money. Whoever your god is, apparently.
Our god demands money all the time. We sacrifice money to the pit.
Matogan likes money.
Fuck off, I don't do that. You sacrifice money to the pit. Urgent does not sacrifice money to the pit.
Oh, you do.
Can I try and sway her?
Yeah.
Cool.
You certainly can.
How do I just click?
Now, the way rolling works is, I think you just click sway, but yeah, you click the sway name,
Cool.
and then on your screen will appear how.
What is my position?
Now,
Mr. GM.
now here's the thing. If you just want her to arbitrarily pay you a tiny sum, depending on how she feels, this is controlled. If you want to attach a number to this that is more than she might be willing to part with on her own, you can risk her. Yeah, you can risk something with her.
I think, look, if this was anyone else, he would absolutely risk this. But this is like, he has genuine respect for this person, so I think it's just, we're just gonna need something to like cover our costs, right?
Yeah.
More than like I'm trying to extort you for money. Like I said, if this was anyone else, he'd probably be extorting for money. But like he genuinely respects this person, so control.
Yep.
Effect.
The effect here is normal.
So just standard.
Standard, yeah.
And no bonus dice, I assume.
No bonus die unless someone wants to give you some. Hey, there's a 6.
Oh, what are we like? What are when we're rolling? What are we like? Explain rolling.
Yeah, I guess this is a good chance of any to explain what that means.
Let's see. So if you jump up on the rules reference, you can see the action roll. So controlled. You act on your own terms. You're exploiting natural advantages, and uh, if you roll a 6 on your roll, you do the thing.
Yep.
On a 4 to 5, you can choose to do a different approach.
Yep.
Or you can take the effect with a minor consequence or complication. Usually, it will lower the next roll, or
Yep.
yeah. So you could, when it's risky, your criticals do, like a critical is 2 6s. So
Yep.
um, you start going into the territory where things are getting complicated and more. You either you're doing terrible things, and suddenly things are not turning out so well.
Cool.
And
So
when things go
basically,
badly,
we're rolling a pool of dice, dependent on what our skill is and on it, or any bonus dice, and we're looking at the highest result. Unless we don't have skill in it, and then we're rolling 2 dice, taking the lowest. Is that correct?
yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Now there is teamwork here, so someone could assist by stressing themselves out and giving you a bonus die. So the way you would do it is, instead of having no skill, you'd allow a player to give you +1 die,
Okay.
and that would
Cool.
mean
Yeah.
you'd
You're
get a better
rolling
thing.
1 dice instead of 2 dice, take the lowest.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can I also just say, whilst it's up on screen, the visuals for like the dice roll thing are amazing.
Yeah, this might
Yeah.
be one of the best made character sheets and
Yeah.
dice visuals in Roll20.
Like,
Like,
Yeah,
it
it's
looks like
pretty good.
something from what's that game?
the little like flame effect
Yeah,
almost.
it's animated. It looks.
Yeah, it looks
impressive.
awesome.
And I think if I roll, you rolled sway. If I roll like Rick, I think it's different. I'm not sure though.
I just
It's
like
not. No,
credit
it's
to
not,
have made that because that looks
it's fucking
spectacular.
amazing though.
No, I think it's if you just roll that, maybe.
Yeah, I know there's different.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
that.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Awesome.
yeah, so that's the meeting. So that's the flashback, and
Yep.
you're now entering into the planning phase. So how do you intend to find this man and deal with him?
I mean, Erdin is suggesting just literally going to the place in which he's staying and confronting him. But this is why I have Rat.
We're gonna kidnap him and sacrifice him, so we need to take him back to the pit.
Rat can find him. Rat can
Rat,
find.
please don't talk. You scare me.
I can find
No,
all we
yeah,
need to
Erdin
know.
like stops fucking Quack's character, Gregor. He says, no, this is why we have him. This is his speciality. This is what he does. Rat, go on.
Rat can find. Rat sees.
Can you speak a bit louder, Matt?
things.
I can't hear you very
Oh,
well.
sorry. I can even up my volume for you.
That'd be a bit better.
How about this?
It
Is
should
this
be, like,
better?
the same level of quiet, creepy, but be audible.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yes, it
that's
is.
good.
Rat likes to be heard.
Can't stop laughing at it.
Rat can find him. Rat can see. Rat sees all that no one sees. I can find anything we need to know. What do we need to know?
You already know that, Rat. We need to find
Yeah.
this fucker.
Erdin says, we need to find him. Take him. Preferably when he's alone, without his company.
Rat can find out when he likes to be alone.
Good. You do your thing, that. Whatever that is. Honestly, I don't know. I want to know.
Rat will make a new friend.
So yeah, so what's going to happen here is you decide how you want to approach this situation. So whether or not it's assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport.
Stealth.
This sounds like
Yeah.
stealth.
You want to remain unseen.
Yep.
Okay. So the
I mean, I think
detail you'll
as like an overarch of our plan, right? It's to get this guy when he's alone without like the rest of his mercenary company or whatever he has or guards or whatever, and then to like kidnap the dude and take him back to the slaughter den, um, and sacrifice him to the dark gods.
Stealth is the
yeah.
exact opposite of chaotic, though.
I mean, you're chaotic though.
Chaotic, we do everything.
Suddenly you're silent and stealthy.
Hey, look, I mean, if getting him away from his bodyguards means creating a distraction, it means creating a distraction.
Yeah.
Rat
So
would
what
argue
happens
stalking
is
is pretty
you've
chaotic.
chosen stealth, which means the detail you need to know is the point of infiltration. So um, to find that out, you roll a gathering information check.
How do we do that?
If you, yeah. So if it's common knowledge, I'll simply answer your question. But if there are obstacles to the answer, you roll. Um, you roll to find out. Each attempt to gather information takes time. The most common way of doing it is surveying. So you basically spend some time observing the patterns of this individual and the building he's in, etc. But you could also study this person because you know his name, or you might have to find a place to prowl, so a good sneaking place, and then study him to do a setup roll.
I mean, Rat, this is your thing.
Literally my
What
thing.
what are we doing?
Um, can we prowl answer? Like I'm got 2 dots
Yeah,
on both of them.
like there can be a setup roll here, so someone can assist you. So if you want to prowl and then study, or prowl and then survey, you can do that.
What? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I guess it would be survey, like just
Okay.
following around and then prowling to like
I
get
can
close.
help.
Yeah, like the before you roll, is anyone taking 1 stress to give him +1 die?
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
This means you also suffer the consequences of a failed roll.
Yep.
But that's fine.
Yep. I'll mark
Or
one
you can, or you can have Rat lead a group asset, lead the group. So everyone does the same roll. Everyone rolls prowl, and you take the best result.
I think. How many do you have? 2 in survey.
Yeah.
Okay, I think giving him the like me taking a stress and giving him an extra dice is probably going to be the better.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have survey, Gregory?
Nope, I have
Okay,
study.
then, yeah, for sure. That's definitely going to be the better way of going. I'll take stress.
So another thing is a different character can roll something and do a setup action. So if Quack wants to, if Father Gregor wants to set up a distraction so that you can sneak up into the place to study him, that's also a thing that it would improve your position or effect. But
could we do both?
that
I
well,
do
you
a
can.
distraction while you guys capture him.
Well, this is the setup
this is
to
the setup, yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, if we can, this is kind of pretty important. So like, I'm happy to take a stress. Can Gregor also make a roll to do a setup?
Yeah, I can do something.
Yeah,
I can do a ritual and make some weird shit go on.
yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, awesome. I think
Definitely
that's the
do
go. So
that.
I think Gregor's going to do some weird shit to create a bit of a distraction, and then I'm gonna help Rat in his work.
Well, all right then. So, Gregor, you are doing a setup action on your own, or you can have your elite adepts aid you
I'm
for
probably gonna have the adepts aid me.
an improved effect or a +1 die.
Okay,
Is your what are you rolling?
I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet.
Yeah, he's gonna do a ritual, so either a tune or
I'm assuming your attune's a 2 die, right?
Yeah.
I would recommend if you're using the adepts like an increased effect.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, be most useful.
Yeah. So you will do a ritual, probably attune with increased effects, and your target is, let's see, 3 steps higher than you. So the quality would be like, since you're a tier 0 faction, your ritual would have 0 effect, but because of your increased effect, you'll have a limited effect.
Okay.
And I
Every
think
little
you have,
is helpful. So
I think
Yeah.
you also have in your blade sheet, you have the +1 to consort. So you take a +1 die if you're consorting, since you're if you choose to consort with your deity.
We just
For
get the
this.
Shark Man in straight away.
Is that not just in our home base, or is that anywhere?
It's.
Is that
I
anywhere?
think-
Yeah, that is on your home base, so you would have to do the ritual there.
Well, that's probably a bad place to do the ritual because the ritual I want to do is just make a bit of chaos and summon weird ghosts and shit nearby, like weaken the wall kind of thing.
You
Yeah.
can also spend like a cash die and proclaim that you're purchasing something to get a +1 die or increased effect.
I mean, I think just rolling this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So now what?
So you click the roll. It's what, limited effect? You said.
Yep.
And position
Okay.
would be
Attune limited position.
can you make the roll? What is there?
You
Is there?
can. Yeah, you can make this desperate and get increased effect, so, because it's risky at the moment.
So you could make it like
Desperate gives me stress though.
What does that mean?
I know you mark experience, right? So you get experience for it.
Yeah.
It gives you stress, I think. If you fail, it is worse. But also if you succeed, it would be better.
Is there like, do you get less dice, or is it harder to succeed?
You can push yourself and take 2 stress for an extra dice or increased effect, or you can accept a devil's bargain. So you basically tell me what the consequences of failure would be.
So for example, so risky. 6 is you do it. 4, 5 is you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, complication occurs, you have reduced effect, you end up in a desperate position. 1 to 3 is things go badly, you suffer harm, complication occurs, you end up in a different position, you lose this opportunity. Desperate is 6 you do it, 4, 5 you do it, but there's a consequence, you suffer severe harm or serious complication. And then 1 to 3 is it's the worst outcome, you suffer severe harm, a serious complication occurs, you lose this opportunity for action.
Yeah. So
Well
like
then.
a consequence for a risky roll would be the blue coats spot you before the ritual distraction happens, or they spot you as you're doing it, so the effect happens, but
It happens weirdly. Something goes wrong, kind of.
something goes wrong, or they beat you up, etc. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna. So
Get
does the
XP
Devil's
if you do
Bargain also
desperate.
give me stress as well?
no, it's you either push yourself and take 2 stress, or you accept the devil's bargain.
Has anyone got a Devil's Bargain for me?
Ooh.
'Cause what I'm planning on doing is making it so the local ghost field, whatever it's called, is weaker, so the more so ghosts can just fuck about in the local area.
Devil's bargain could be that it works, but the ghosts like as well turn on you.
I'd take that.
Um,
And
I
if
guess
nothing, saying,
you and
agree
their
with that?
depths.
that can work.
So this is a risky roll.
You
So
get XP if
what-
you do desperate.
you're using your arcane influence to attract ghosts.
Yep, this is a desperate roll because I want free experience.
It does. You get it
Yep.
no matter what if you succeed or fail.
And because you have taken the Devil's Bargain, you can either make it standard effect or make it take an extra dice.
If he makes it standard effect, does he still get XP?
Yeah, it's still a desperate roll.
Cool.
Yeah.
Still
It just
desperate.
increases the effect.
Oh yeah, I got.
Standard it is.
All right.
Let's see how badly I fuck this up.
Good luck.
Do I have any bonus die or no?
He's doing it
Well,
with
you have the bonus
cult
die
members.
with the adepts, right?
Yeah, so that's 1 or 2 bonus.
1 bonus.
I press the button.
Oh,
I
four,
lose horribly.
You get a 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
You needed that bonus die.
so you do it. You summon the ghosts, but as you do
It
the
got
ritual,
fucky.
the ghosts are attracted to you, not just the place. So one of them tries to possess you as.
Shit.
So I'm just gonna get off then.
Oh, you can roll resolve to resist.
Just get off.
If I don't roll resolve, would that count as indulging my vice?
No.
I can tell how this game's gonna go.
Oh, buddy.
Well,
Yeah, not great rolls. They are not
so you can choose to either summon less ghosts because the ghost is trying to possess you, or suffer less harm as the ghost basically, I don't know, walks you into a corner and you fall on the floor. You fall down some stairs.
I fall down some stairs.
And you rolled the worst outcome, so you suffer severe harm.
Oh, joy.
Oh god, Gregor.
Well, it
Ooh,
happens.
wow.
You hear the sounds of a ghost howling in the wind, and and you get to sneak into the place. So before we see what happens to Father Gregor, we see the two of you sneaking around the corner.
Yep.
How much stress did I just take?
A lot.
I'll tell you after Liam and Rat roll their prowl
Yeah.
roll with +1.
It's a
Yep,
survey.
+1 rat.
Is it survey or prowl?
Well, first you're prowling to get to the place,
And then
right?
surveying? Okay, cool.
And then survey. So Liam can
Alright.
help with both.
Can you help? He can help with both?
He
So
can.
do I have to mark 2 stress for that?
Yeah, you can help with both, but you mark 2 stress per.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Well,
gonna do
one.
that from.
Yeah, you mark 1 stress per action.
Yeah,
So.
so I'm gonna help with both. Give you +1 die to both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of how the last roll just went.
Oh, do I do desperate on both?
Yes.
I take the result of a bad roll, don't I?
You're getting the setup from Quack, so you're getting +1 effect or improved position.
I helped. As I
Yeah.
get chased by
Yeah.
ghosts down a nearby alleyway.
So I can get +1 effect or +1 position.
Yeah, so right now you're fighting. You're basically attending a tier 3 faction, and since you're tier 0, you go down to 0 effect. But because,
So that we would bump that to standard.
yeah, because of the setting, the setup, you could improve your position and basically get limited.
Okay, and my
And
what will my position be? Risky?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm rolling desperate.
You can make it desperate for increased effects.
Yeah, I'm gonna do desperate. Oh.
All right.
I'll do desperate on the next one. I'll do risky. And then standard effect.
Risky first.
And I get
Yep,
1 bonus die.
and you get 1 bonus die from Liam and 1 bonus die from the setting. No, you get yeah. That's why you're getting standard effect. So you're getting 1 bonus die only from the assists.
Oh, I think where is it? We get. I don't know if is this in Silkwall? Silk.
No.
Silk. No, it's not. Okay.
It's at the docks.
Cool. Fucking hope this goes alright. 6.
It won't.
Could have gone
Hey!
desperate.
You did it.
Oh.
So
Damn
you
you,
hear
rat.
the sound. You hear
Yeah.
the sounds of the ghosts, and you decide now it's the best time to sneak, and you manage to do it.
You
Erden,
just hear wailing coming from around the corner.
we see Rat's movements, and it really, his long limbs make more sense when he's sneaking around. He's almost hunched over on all fours. He's very low to the ground. He's using his hands to feel the ground out around him, and he's moving forward in a slightly erratic and a very disturbing manner.
Like a rat.
Like a rat.
Who
Slowly.
has a pet goat named Sheep.
That's something
Wow.
like that.
I know what I meant.
As he slowly crawls forward. Cool. And then we roll again for survey.
Yep. And you get +1 die from the assists, and you can take 2 stress or a devil's bargain for either increased effect.
I'm
or-
gonna roll this as desperate.
Well, that's +1 die, and then
But our effect is 0,
your
right?
effect. Your effect right now is limited. Yeah.
So I would have to take a devil's bargain to bump that to a standard.
Yep.
Okay, can I? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll take a devil's bargain. Do you got one for me?
Well, I could do multiple things, but if you have any ideas,
I have nothing for the. I have one, but it's not great. I think you will have a better one. By
I'm
not
trying
great,
to survey shit.
yeah, you're trying to understand what's going on with this person and find some opportunity or exploit to
Oh wait,
kidnap this guy, right?
me doing a desperate roll bumps that up to standard anyway, doesn't it?
No, that bumps it to limited.
Oh, limited. Okay, yeah. Then a devil's bargain.
I hate all of this, so this is a good one. He you get the information, but he knows.
Yeah, that's the obvious bargain. Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna say you get the information, but you fall off the roof and hurt yourself.
No, I like he knows. I like that.
Okay, cool. We'll go with that then.
You can also push yourself. Well, you can either or, right? So
Can I do both?
no, either or. You
Okay.
either take the bargain or take 2 stress.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the yeah, I'll take the bargain because that sounds fun.
All right. Yep. Desperate roll.
It's
plus-
standard effect. +1.
+1 standard effect. Yep.
Here we go. A 6. Holy shit.
Nice.
Fuck you!
Nice. Hell yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Rat sees all.
Meanwhile, you hear
Rat
snooping
watches.
around the corner.
You'll be okay. It's okay.
Oh god, they're everywhere.
Where do you mark XP?
You mark it every time you roll a desperate roll. You mark on your resolve or prowess or insight on
Oh, okay,
the
cool.
tab.
On the
There's
one you
little
did.
marks, Yeah.
Yeah, the little white tab thing.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
So how much stress do I have, Matt?
Oh man.
Because Matt has 2.
I have 2.
Desperate makes you to gain a stress, doesn't it?
That is.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, thought it did.
Hmm.
I think it's full.
Well, you're taking major damage, so
Oh, buddy.
I have 1 trauma then, probably.
no trauma is when you stress out. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get trauma. I will inflict you with severe wounds. Take a -1 die to any action that is physical in nature.
Oh. Where do I mark that?
Character notes.
Okay.
So you have been wounded. -1 dice to any physical activity. Yeah. So yeah, stress usually happens when you take flashbacks, and you can do flashbacks as you please, really. So what you see is, even with the howling of the ghosts somewhere in the distance, you see this guy leave the apartment block he's in, at the docks, and he's accompanied by a masked individual as he heads towards Silk Shore.
Okay.
And you notice from the timing, there's like a clock, big broken clock that sort of functions that by having a sailor hand crank it to the time. You notice it's in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the towards the night. So you gather this is like a ritual or like a thing he does every time.
Okay. Can we follow him?
Well, you know where he's going.
We know where he's going. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know where he's going. He's going to gamble
Okay.
at Helen's establishment.
Kidnap him.
Oh, we have to wait for that because I think this is the setup, right?
Yeah, this is the setup. So now you know his schedule.
Cool.
And you know the point of infiltration is there's a man in a mask that meets him at the front of the building.
Okay. Any information about the man besides him wearing a mask that we can see?
You gather he's a member of the Wraiths.
Ooh. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Any? Oh, Liam dropped.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Liam
No,
didn't-
he was just physically frozen.
You there, Liam?
Liam, speak words.
I
He's
am really trying.
yeah. No, he's suffering.
Yeah, Liam's lagging like balls.
Let's take a
Oh,
break.
This is the
Oop,
yeah,
he died.
right.
Let's take a break while we wait for Liam to get back. We
Yeah,
will be
okay.
back shortly, or not at all, depending if Liam comes back. We'll potentially be right back. Hello and welcome back to Blades in the Dark Bath Boys edition. Oh, Bathhouse,
Bathouse
Bathhouse.
Boys.
Thank you, Nut. Everyone is out of order. Liam is Quack. Nut is Quack.
I've never wanted this changed more. Please let me.
Hey, that's mean.
Yeah, Liam. That's not very bucket filling.
Like, I just want to be me again. All right.
Too bad you're me now.
Nut, you take over while I fix this absolute travesty.
All right. So what's going to happen now is you've chosen the plan, you've provided the detail, you're now rolling the engagement roll. Now, the engagement roll is a fortune roll, which means it starts at 0, and then you get +1 for sheer luck, and then we start factoring in advantages and disadvantages. So, is your operation particularly bold or daring? Or is it complex and contingent on many factors?
It's daring, I guess, for kidnapping someone in broad daylight.
Yeah, I would say so. So you get +1 dice. So now you're up to 2 dice.
Who's making the roll?
The crew is.
Okay then.
Now, does this detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they are weakest?
Yes.
The target's a single person, technically.
While they're gambling, like
You mean
enjoying the.
I didn't hear the next bit, so I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, does the plan expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them when they are at their weakest?
Well, they're enjoying their vice, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe yes, I'd say.
All right, +1 dice. Do they have particular defenses or special preparations?
They have a single bodyguard,
Yeah.
and they know where they are.
Well, they don't know. You
Oh,
rolled a 6.
yeah.
Can your friends and or contacts provide aid or insight into this operation?
Maybe if I hadn't had, I don't know, do they?
Mm,
Yeah. Do you have a friend that you want helping at
I mean,
this operation?
our adepts are helping me do stupid shit, so not really.
I can't think of anything, Liam.
Nah. As much as I want to, we don't have anything on that.
All right.
Unless you have anything idea, Nut.
No, you're supposed to come up with the ideas for how to use your friends and or contacts.
But
Are
our
any
friends
enemies
currently busy?
Are any enemies or rivals interfering with this operation?
Oh, actually, I have a mercenary or bounty hunter that might be able to help.
Yeah.
Who does this dude work for that we're trying to kidnap?
He works with the Silver Nails.
Yeah, I feel like it makes sense for Castor the bounty hunter to have worked for or against the Silver Nails before. He might be able to provide some information or even just be able to help us in the process.
Well, if you can come up with a way he can help you, then
He is literally, his job is to bag and tag people, so he's probably very experienced with taking people who don't want to be taken and taking them to Dark Cellars, so he could help us with the actual kidnapping process, like in the bagging part.
all right. Yeah. So expert advice, expert help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now you're at 3 dice. Are there any enemies or rivals interfering
No.
with this operation?
Not that we know of.
Not that you know.
Unless my ghosts are doing weird shit.
Suddenly, an enemy ghost appears. Are there any enemies? Are there any other elements you want to consider?
My ghosts.
He is a higher tier target that gives you -1 dice.
Yes, but my ghosts are causing the distraction in the local area.
I think that was just for the gathering intel part.
Yeah, that was just for that part.
Then why did I do that?
XP.
To
Sweet,
give-
sweet XP.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet XP. So the engagement roll assumes you're approaching him as intelligently as possible, that you had some plan. It covers everything. You've this engagement roll is not about you approaching the target; it's about the execution of the plan.
So what button are we pressing? Fortune or engagement?
I'm
Fortune.
assuming. Oh, not my assumption.
Who wants to press the button?
I want to press button. Let me press button.
Then press the button away.
Liam hasn't
Where's-
fucked us yet. Give him a chance to fuck us.
Fortune. Number of dice 2.
Where's roll fortune?
It's
roll
on the
2. Notes. We are
gonna die. Best note.
hey.
Does that mean we win and fail?
We are the best.
Well, all right.
I told you we're the best.
Just a quick look. I want to see what this one looks like when you roll it.
Well,
Just a generic one.
Right.
So, you. Let's see. This is the start of the operation. So, where do you kidnap this guy? Or
at the end of the night, after he's had a fulfilling night of losing all his money and or winning some of it back, he's let his guard down. He's
how do
vulnerable.
you deal with his bodyguard?
I think that is Caster's job.
That is okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Maybe his bodyguard has been requested by someone else, and Caster agreed to come along because he had a target that he could deal with as well.
well, we'll see what happens.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully. So, flashback to. I'll give you this for free. Talking to Craster.
Okay.
As you were explaining this plan to him.
Okay. Is anyone else there, or is it just Rat?
I mean, he's your friend.
I'm asking the other two.
I mean, I don't trust you to be able to talk to people, so I would have come with you.
I don't like being near you, but I would anyway. Just, I don't think I would. I'd be probably doing weird shit.
Okay. Yeah, so we we wander around the city for what seems like forever and seemingly random directions. You're pretty sure we went around in circles a few times. You definitely saw that stand before.
I don't say anything.
Yeah. Eventually we come to a door and Rat taps on it and taps on it again, and then very quickly a bunch of random taps happen and the door opens and we walk in. And Caster is standing there. What does Caster look like?
Yeah, what does Caster look like?
He looks like
Yes.
Gary Oldman.
I think Caster is a pretty short man, very, very burly. Like barrels for arms. Seemingly no neck. It's just pure muscle.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy from Umbrella Academy.
I don't know what he looks like, but I'm assuming he looks like Caster.
Season 7 Game of Thrones, Sam's brother.
Okay, no, he's way shorter than that and way more burly.
That guy was mostly muscle.
He's wearing a leather tunic with no sleeves, so just a leather vest, like a brown leather vest. You see his burly, hairy arms. He's got a gold tooth, and he talks in the way that Nuts decides he talks.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh man. Howdy, partner.
Not what I was expecting.
Not what I'm gonna use either. So
The
yeah,
door.
he invites you to sit, and he opens up like a bottle of something, and he basically like pours some shots down, making sure he also feeds your rat because he knows
Yeah,
he knows.
as soon as we walk in, Goat scurries out of one of Rat's pant legs. This is gonna get confusing.
How
Goat
does the cat fit in your leg?
It's best not to ask.
which explains why he wears very baggy clothing. It scampers out one of his legs and scurries up Castor and runs around him, giving him goat kisses.
Well, that's very nice to see you, rat.
Castor,
Who's your friend?
Batu, he's my new friend. He knows I'm his friend, though. Yeah, it's a change for Rat.
He's just like, oh, but I am your friend.
No.
By the way, Matt, I've posted a link in chat, in stream chat.
Okay.
Did you come here for business or pleasure?
Business is pleasure, Castor. I found someone, a friend. Batu wants us to take him somewhere special.
How special?
Special enough that he might not want to go there on his own.
Ah, I see. And you need Castor's help, eh?
Red always needs Castor's help.
Well, you know my price.
He has a bodyguard with him. A wraith. He wears a mask like the wraiths. You could take him, the wraith, sell him, or whatever you do.
Oh, I can take him. Roll me. Are you trying to sway him or consort with him?
They're both 0, so it doesn't matter.
Can I?
Oh.
I'm gonna take a stress to give him the dice.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yep. Do you want to push yourself or accept the devil's bargain here, Matt?
Oh, I'll push myself. Liam's taking 3 stress for me. I'll take a couple.
All right. So you go up to 2 dice. 2 dice normal.
Okay. This will. What's consort? Consort is.
Consort and then add 2 bonus dice.
This is consort. I get that. Yeah.
I have taken no stress for myself so far.
I'm
Yep.
gonna.
Is this? Do you want to make it risky, or?
What's it currently controlled?
Yeah.
If I
He's
do
your
risk-
friend, this is normal.
If I do risky, do I get XP?
You can either push yourself. You can either make it risky because you want a better effect, or make it risky because you want an extra dice.
Liam shook his head like he looked like he was panicked. I won't.
Don't get experience for it.
You don't get experience.
Yeah. No. Nah.
It's not desperate. You don't get experience.
Should I bump it? No.
Wow.
All right.
And the effect is
So-
standard.
Don't mind me just dying over here.
Yeah, the effect is standard.
Ooh, and 2 bonus die.
Yep.
God, please be good.
Ooh. Well, I think this is the time. So, what you can do? Let's see. Rules reference. Where is it? Come on. There it is. So, it's controlled, right? So, you can press on, like push him on this and be like, "This is our friendship is on the line here," etc. Or you can pull back and try a different approach. You notice him frowning, and you think maybe he's got friends in the rates. Maybe maybe he does business with the wraiths and he thinks this is going to impact him. But like he
Okay.
doesn't say that. You just recognize it in his like expression. Like, this job opportunity you're offering, he probably won't take it if
If I
you.
push, what does it mean for either of them, like mechanically?
You get to roll again, but this time at a risky position.
And if I pull back and like reassess,
You can roll with a different stat, or you can let Liam take over, etc. Like, you get to reassess the situation entirely.
yeah. So Red sees that he frowns. He looks around. He looks kind of anxious and looks up at Batu. Batu, use your two.
so, so Batu, like seeing that Rat is struggling, he leans forward and says, "Listen, friend, we are about to be in a position of, let's say, influence.
The girls still chasing
And
me.
once we are in that position, we will remember those who were friends to us when we needed it. And maybe once we have this influence, if you need something, maybe you can come to us. Maybe we can help you."
All right. That sounds like you're trying to consort in Rat's stead.
I will help him, but by sacrificing a stress, if that is an
Yep.
option.
Would I be able to would I be able I guess yeah, I can sort of is it? Yeah, that's fine.
Or you sway him with logic.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So-
can I talk this into a sway? Can I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
a sway roll? Alright, sweet. So I get a bonus dice?
From Matt, if you
Yeah.
take a stress. Yep. The position is risky.
Yep.
Uh, the effect is standard.
Okay. I have one bonus dice.
Do a desperate roll.
You can
Don't
push
need-
yourself
we're good.
for some stress
We're good.
or take it out.
I've done it.
Yep.
I've rolled. Let's go.
Yeah, you did it. So he nods and he says, "I do business with the Wraiths sometimes. They give me a lot of things that I need for my work. If you can provide, I can. Yeah, I think I can do this for you."
Yeah.
So, so instead of seeing this guy leaving drunk with his bodyguard, we see him like stumbling towards the docks, and there's no bodyguard.
Okay. Um I think Erden like steps around a corner into the path of this guy.
All right.
Am I here or am I still under attack by ghosts?
No, this is the like
That was
Yeah.
just a
You
flashback.
can be. Yeah, you can
yeah,
be here.
this is just like the actual thing.
Okay.
Okay. Uh let me give me a sec. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's gonna step towards this man who I don't remember the name of. And he says,
Oh.
so sorry, I was lagging during the end of the setup scene.
Yeah, yeah.
We learned he had a
His
gambling.
name is.
Is that correct?
Yeah, his name is Karth Oris, and he goes to the um, Silver Stag Saloon
Yeah.
to gamble.
To gamble. Okay, cool. Yes, Erden steps up and he says, Garth? Garth Oris. It can't be you. And then he looks him up and down. No, it is. It is you. You're Garth, no?
Excuse me, friend. Do I know you?
You are. I don't think you know me, but your name circles. You are. Well, in my circles, they call you a master gambler. Do I know a game he plays? Like a particular type of game he plays?
You could have picked that up, yeah. Um,
I don't necessarily need a name, but they say you are a quick hand at whatever the name of the game is.
oh man, are we just gonna nerd out about I don't know, Caravan?
Caravan, yeah, he says, no, they say you are a quick hand at Caravan.
Uh, he says, "Yeah, yeah, I did. I did win a lot today. I'm a pretty rich man."
He laughs. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Could I maybe interest you in a slightly higher stakes game?
That sounds interesting. What have you got in mind?
He nods. He says, well, me and some associates, we run a game. It's happening tonight, in fact.
So you're trying to sway this guy to
To come with me.
willingly.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, yep. That's a sway. I'm going to tell you now. It's currently sitting at no effect.
Yep.
And it's risky.
Okay. What can I do to make this?
If you want this to be desperate,
Yep.
you get increased effect. So
Okay. I'm
Can
gonna do that.
I can
Alright.
I help him and give him better effect? Or can he just do it with desperate?
with desperate, it's limited effect.
Can I take a stress and give him standard?
No, because you're not at the scene. If you are at the scene, though, you can push yourself. Yeah.
Liam, do you want me to do that?
Up to you, man.
I'm not sure how much help rat will be. Okay. Rat emerges from the shadows. And like scampers up behind Batu. The game.
We don't see this.
Wow.
Basher was immediately annoyed to use his real name.
Oh, is there a name you
immediately?
Well, I mean, that's the.
Continue.
That's the
Like,
I was,
continue.
I was gonna
Like-
say, is there a name he would have used? But right, probably
No,
would have
you
forgotten.
would've
No,
absolutely said Batu.
he
Continue.
would have forgotten the name you told him to use.
Yeah.
Batu. The game. I've heard from the mistress. There's a high stake player tonight. And lots of coins to be won.
Looks over his shoulder. Is that so? High stakes. Good money. Man's probably a fool.
How
Well,
are you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Take the stress and take the dice.
No worries, Batu. You fuck me, I fuck you.
Is there a devil's bargain? Possibly here. Can anyone
I
think?
mean, the easy devil's bargain here is he's not. He's going to look behind him and find out that his bodyguard isn't with him.
Yeah,
He'll realize
That
something's
something's up.
going on. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that for. So what's my effect currently?
Standard.
Standard.
It's
So that's with the desperate and rat's help. It's on standard.
Yep.
So if I take this devil's bargain, can I move? Can I add an extra dice? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the devil's bargain.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave the effect on standard, and I'm gonna take
Yep.
+1 dice. All right. I haven't failed a roll yet, so let's make this not the first one.
No, it's not bad.
Five.
It's
Five.
okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
Still
Well,
horrendous.
It's not
for you.
great because it was desperate still, but
yeah.
Enjoy your stress.
Yeah, that's gonna happen as well.
Do I suffer? I suffer.
Yeah, you
what
both
happens.
suffer the consequences of this.
Meanwhile,
So-
I'm standing in the nearby alley watching you.
You suffer severe harm, a serious. No, wait, that's desperate. On a 4 to 5, you do it, but there's a consequence.
Okay.
You both suffer 2 additional stress
Yep.
as he looks behind him and finds
Did we lose
out
Nut?
that the bodyguard isn't there.
Okay, how does he
Oh,
react?
shit.
What does he do? I think that's lagging.
Yeah.
Good enough? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think I'm lagging.
Yeah, I
You're right
think-
now.
No, I'm lagging.
think
One
you
of
can-
us is lagging.
Nut's lagging.
Yeah.
You seem to be back now.
You're fine.
So yeah, what does
yeah.
he do? He notices the bodyguard isn't there.
I think he says something to the degree of, "I think I've lost someone."
Eden
And
smiles.
he looks like he'll try to head somewhere that isn't like he wants to go to your game, but
He wants to go and get his
Yeah.
bodyguard first, right? Or get a bodyguard first. Okay. Eden kind of smiles a broad grin and says, "Wouldn't want to miss the opening rolls, would you? Put you in a disadvantage from the start." A shit-eating grin, an ingratiating smile, like.
"Oh, I'll come. Don't worry about it."
Okay,
Yeah.
well, and he laughs. I guess it was my fortune running into you into the street.
Where's this
It was-
high stakes game?
Yeah, and then I think I give him the address.
To the bathhouse.
Ooh.
You give him the address of the bathhouse.
Somewhere
Good.
nearby, probably the house next door.
I think we're losing Nut.
All right. So, yeah, he'll totally go there with his. Damn it.
Do you want to try restarting, like leaving the call and rejoining? No. Fix it for me.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
I'm inviting that.
leave-
That's cool.
Oh. Wait, while the cameras are fucked.
Man, yeah, this is cool.
This is all clearly Danny's fault.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, the problem's only showed up once Dana only showed up. Like it's
Exactly. It's clearly
Like-
his fault.
light resistance, I guess. Yeah.
What stress are you guys at?
I have 5 mark stress.
I have 4 from doing one thing.
I have
What are you on?
6.
6, okay.
Yeah, I got all mine
I-
from one activity though, Matt.
Yeah.
I guess I'm vicing after this.
I don't know how to invite back on Zoom.
Just right click on him.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Danny, the 5th doesn't exist in Australia, New Zealand, or Norway.
I've invited him.
I have invited him as well.
Surely the 5th exists. I mean, I
A-
know it's an American thing, but
A
it
form
surely
of the 5th probably exists in
Yeah.
most Western or most democratic
like,
countries.
being able to like not being forced to say something that incriminates you, like surely.
Well, it's not called the 5th, so you can't plead it.
Get fucked, Danny.
And I'm back.
Oh
That's fine.
god, he's back. Everyone hide.
All right.
Stop talking shit.
So yeah, you see him like, all right, he'll be there, and he heads off.
Cool.
So we go to wait for him,
Yeah, I guess.
or does Rat stalk him?
I mean, Ray probably follows him.
Meanwhile, I'm somewhere setting up a fake poker game with the initiates.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah, that's probably what I've gone off to do. I've just gone back off to the bathhouse to set up a fake poker game using the adepts.
Well, they gave him the address next door, so
Yeah, like it's probably just like some shed or something though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna meet him outside and be like,
Yeah.
actually, friend,
Hmm.
believe I noted down the address wrong. Come with me.
all right. Well, if you do anything to prepare, you can take stress and do flashbacks. He arrives. He has another bodyguard with him.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a stress
In
thing
fact,
for
I
a
think he
flashback
has
then.
two.
I'm gonna take a flashback. Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking a flashback, so extra stress for me. Basically, it's just probably before this. It was probably just what's your character's name again, Liam?
You're muted.
Mine.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably just after Urgent just left Gregor. He probably told him to go set up the fake poker game in the bathhouse. So you just see me and the two adepts there, like setting up, making the bathhouse look slightly better for a while, and setting up some tables and shit.
Okay.
And then I have the adepts go off and prepare a trap.
Roll me command.
But I don't have command.
Push
Is this
yourself.
controlled, risky, or desperate?
Well, I mean, you just said, yeah, this is controlled. So
Effects standard, limited, great, extreme, zero. What's the effect?
standard. Yeah,
Okay.
standard.
Bonus die. Yeah, I think Nuts really lagging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Bonus die though.
You can push yourself or take a devil's bargain.
What would Devil's Bargain be?
Either one of the cultists decides you're not worthy, or maybe a blue coat sees something happening.
Blue Code finds out about an illegal gambling operation.
Yeah.
Yes, but they don't find out about the cult.
Oh no, they don't. They would. Yep.
I'll take the Devil's Bargain so that sounds stupid.
Okay. Yeah. Extra
So-
dice.
Basically, they just figure out they find an illegal gambling den.
Great. Great.
So yeah, the devil's bargain is the blue coats think you're running an illegal gambling den.
It's better than thinking we're running a cult, Liam.
It's not, because now they know something's going on in the building. Doesn't matter what it is.
No, this is the building next door.
No, because
Well,
they're
they
setting
know-
up in our building.
Oh, god damn it.
Amazing, Liam. Amazing.
Yeah,
I
we'll
just
just kill him
told-
later.
I just
So-
told the dude the building next door, so that if he went back to the gang and was like, "Hey, I'm going to this building," at least they'll rock up next door and we can see them before they storm the building.
Yeah, they wouldn't know it was yours, right?
Yeah.
No, well, too late now.
All right. Cool.
So, I think we see, yeah, I think we see Gregor, like we see the poker table and everyone, and we see like the uniform of a blue coat leaving, and you ask one of the adepts like, what was that about? And they say, well, they asked us what we were doing here, and we said we were just playing games.
See. Well then, that'll be interesting down the road. Let's not tell anyone.
I approve of that.
More realistic, you're explicitly hiding it from Erden. Like, all right,
I
cool.
love it. I love it.
So Erden's gonna wait outside. Like he's gonna be waiting, kind of on the corner of our building and the building next door. outside.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Have
see him
what MFA
arriving.
coin we have as the gambling money?
Wow.
We're gonna
Yeah,
keep
so
it
you
anyway.
see him arriving, and you see one masked goon, and behind the masked goon, there's another masked goon. So there, he's got 2 bodyguards now.
Shit.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Odin smiles and says, "Ah, you made it. Good to see. If you'd come with me." And he turns and walks towards our building.
He looks at the 2 buildings, slightly confused, but he shrugs and follows you in. He's here for the gambling, not for the
Yeah, exactly.
venue.
You know how like PCs have this like
yeah,
language they have where they can look at each other and convey meaning. I'm not gonna say anything. All right.
Huh.
Yeah,
Alright.
cool. So I lead him in, and I guess our cultists are sitting around the table.
Yeah, me and the cultists.
Yep.
And Rat.
And Rat.
Rat's somehow already there.
Yeah, sweet. And Erden.
Oh wait, Rat was following him. Rat isn't
Yeah.
in the building. Yeah, I forgot about that. Rat's not in the building.
Erden kind of walks up and he pulls out a chair and he says, "Are your friends playing with us tonight as well?"
He looks at them and they shrug, and he says, "If you have room for more."
He smiles. "I can always bring more chairs. Players are always welcome at our table." And he, I think he's gonna step back and he pulls 2 more chairs for the friends. And
You
he
said
so he,
no. Your friend implied there would be female company.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, he says something like, "Your friend seemed to imply there would be female company."
Are any of the cultists female?
Roll 3d2 of any of them land on a 2, they're female.
Okay. Oh God.
That was 3d6. Yeah, I think we lost not again.
Yeah, because
I think it
It's
has an actual table.
Oh God. You there?
Yeah, it has an actual table. 3 women, 2 women and a man.
Okay. So yeah, he gestures around the table. Are they not?
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna roll 1d2. I think he takes some interest in one of them.
Okay.
I'll call her Moon.
Good cultist name.
Yeah.
Cultist to the shark space god.
Yeah, sharks worship the moon.
Clearly.
Well, the moon worships sharks?
Yeah, she's got like a delicate features and yeah, delicate, striking appearance.
Okay.
And
this is gonna go so fucking terribly, and I'm so excited for it. I can I have a word with her?
Flashback?
Can I have a conversation before she goes to him?
I mean, yeah, you can totally flashback and have a conversation with her.
Because Erden's a smart dude. Like he can assume which one of the 3 is the most attractive and most likely to spark his interest. So he has a word with her, and he says, "Here," and he pulls like a short, like almost like stiletto. He hands it to her and says, "When the time comes, just hold this to his throat. You don't need to do any more. Just hold it there, menacingly. If you can't get the throat, there are plenty of major arteries in the leg. That works too. You'll know when the time comes. I'll have a gun against one of the bodyguards' heads.
All right. So
take a
you
stress
tell
for
her
that?
to Yep. You can take 1 stress for that.
Yep.
As you prepare her to basically,
Just threaten him gently.
yeah, just threaten him gently. That's fine.
At some point after they come into the building, Rat skulks in and settles in the shadows.
All right.
Like he was following them around.
Yeah, yeah. So they're playing. They're gonna start playing the caravan game.
Yeah, and I think I've instructed like once he takes an interest, I instruct her to like go over there and like sit on his lap or like be something like that, right? Like be near the dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I just turn to Don and say, "What took you so long? Been waiting all night for you to show up."
He smiles. He says, I was running errands and I ran into one of the best caravan players this side of the city. Fortunately, he was able to join our game to make it much more challenging.
One of the best, you say? I'd like to see him beat me.
He laughs. That is why I brought him, friend. Maybe, just maybe, I have found someone able this time.
We'll see it when it happens. So
All
we all
right.
playing then.
So they set themselves down to play. Roll me an insight resistance.
Me?
If you're leading, do you want to? Okay, here's the question. With the caravan game, are you all are you doing a group action? Is everyone participating? Or
I'm playing host. So like, whilst they're doing that, I'm going around and if we have, I don't know, whatever we have, I'm playing host. So
yeah, yeah. So
I'm
the
playing.
question here is the game like, are you playing the
It's rigged.
game or are you playing the man?
The game's rigged.
How did you rig the game?
I have a set of loaded trick cards and loaded dice.
And beforehand, when we were setting up the game with the adepts, with Moon and them.
Yeah. So this is
Basically, to kind of flesh out my plan. My plan is as soon as him and his bodyguards are sufficiently distracted, I am going to pull my cane sword and place that against one of the bodyguards' throats, and pull my pistol and place that against the back of one of the bodyguards' heads. And the adept I have armed with a stiletto is going to threaten the man himself. That's the plan. All right. How it gets to that point, no clue.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Mm-hmm. So I think since you are leading this plan, you can resist his insight.
Yep.
Yeah, you resist his like, generally speaking, by doing this deceptive maneuver and playing the cards. Yeah, so you're just basically resisting with insight.
Yep.
And same situation as last time.
Cool. So it is so resistance with insights. Any bonus dice at all?
Anyone who is assisting you with this ruse can give you
Yeah, I'm
+1
assisting.
die with take 1 stress then, and yeah, taking 1 stress.
You don't have to if you're pretty maxed out on stress.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll assist you.
Okay, cool. So 1 bonus dice.
All right, and Matt, are you gonna stay in reserve?
Yeah, I'm
or
gonna
are you
stay in.
assist?
I'm hidden in the shadows. I also have near max stress.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
Yep. Just so I know what's about to roll, am I getting a dice for each dot I have in the insight category?
Yeah, you click insight.
Cool.
You click insight to resist the consequences
Yeah.
from deception.
All right. Hopefully this goes well.
So I'm going to tell you the initial consequence.
Yep. Cool.
He finds out that the cards are marked and the dice are loaded.
Okay. Yep.
Fuck.
He pulls out a gun and points it at Father Gregory.
That's rude.
Okay.
And his bodyguards are moving to do likewise with the
Yeah.
rest of you.
So I mean, as soon as the bodyguards start moving, I draw my cane sword and my pistol, one in one hand, one against one bodyguard, the pistol at the other. Because I kind of the way I wanted them seated, right, was the guy in the middle and then bodyguard. So I'm kind of standing behind the guy. My
I'm
cane
sitting
sword
across
is
the
on
table
one.
from him.
My pistol is pointed at the other.
I think we lost Nut.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. Did you hear my play? It might be worth no, if you could hear us, it might be worth restarting PC. That's what
I feel like we're just gonna have to end the game a bit early.
Look, it's not a bad place to end it.
if we have
We've also been going for nearly 4 hours.
Yeah, we lost him.
And I'm back.
Oop.
Okay.
As quickly as we can, we need to finish this before we lose you again.
Yep. So everyone's having a Mexican standoff.
Yeah. So does my plan work? Like, have I got a sword, a cane sword against one, and a pistol against the other? Does my acolyte pull her knife?
So the question here is,
Mm.
Since the setup failed, this is just going to turn into a skirmish. So I'm going to give you better effect because you set this up sort of like you had everyone there and you goaded him into this, but he got a read on you, so he got to react in time to actually do things. So I think this is skirmish.
Can I
Close
argue
combat
for
assault.
finesse?
How do we do this?
Who's leading the skirmish?
Liam,
Who
clearly.
has? I do not have skirmish. I have.
I have one skirmish.
You're leading the skirmish, buddy.
Can I argue for finesse?
So what am I doing?
No.
Nut?
Okay.
Just roll and skirmish?
Pretty much.
It's 6 of us versus 3 of them.
Yeah, but yes, it's 6 of you versus 3 of them, but they are tier 2 faction, so 2 of these bodyguards have better equipment than you. And they're trained in this.
Yeah.
1 second, let me quickly read something that I have.
Please save
This
us
guy
with
is
your ghost
also
magic.
like a mercenary captain, so he's used to the rough and tumble of card games going wrong.
Doesn't actually describe what this thing that I own is, which is annoying.
What is it?
What the hell's an ectoplasm vial?
It is a vial of electricity.
I'm gonna throw it at him.
Please don't kill the dude. We need him alive.
At
So we
the
can
other
sacrifice
2,
him.
at one of the other guys. Then
I mean, yes, you could do that. Oh. Be right back.
damn it.
That'd be the best car. So am I leading
Jesus.
this? Like, do I have to roll this?
I have skirmish, or
I
I'm the one rolling.
Yeah, Quack's rolling.
Cool. Good, because I don't have skirmish.
Yeah.
All right. Final roll of the campaign, because
Of
I
the
have
night,
to go.
at least. Yeah.
No, the whole
So-
campaign. This is where we die.
Yeah. Skirmish. You had
Risky.
no effects. You had no. This is desperate. At
Yeah,
the
okay.
bat, this is desperate because they've already drawn. You've already drawn, and then you're picking up a vial to throw it.
Yeah.
So everything is going to happen at once.
Can I take stress to?
Yep.
This?
Can
You
I
all take
take-
stress?
Can I take stress?
Yep.
Taking stress to resist?
Can the adepts take stress?
No.
Ah,
Can I argue that maybe
they
there'd
can-
be a bonus
give
dice
you
there
a-
because I've
yeah,
set
they
one up
can-
to?
They can give you a bonus die or increased effect. Right now, you're at desperate with limited effect.
standard effect it is.
All right.
2 bonus dice.
You could
And
even
2
take a
bonus
devil's
dice.
bargain if you wanted.
What would the devil's bargain for this even be?
You get shot in the head.
That's rude.
Or a different devil bargain. The blue coats show up.
I like that one.
Oh, I don't.
I really don't.
Fine, I
Oh,
won't take a
it's-
devil's
it's
bargain because they
yours.
both suck.
It's yours, devil
You can
bargain.
stress yourself out for 2 stress instead.
I'll take the 2
Oh,
stress.
definitely do that.
All right. All right.
So that's what's that?
That's
So you should be at desperate, standard, 3 bonus dice.
Yep.
Okay. Desperate standard.
Unless you want to,
Pummel.
unless you want to do desperate, whatever the one above standard is, and 2 bonus dice.
Nah, take the dice.
I would as
Take the
well.
dice.
Oh,
Oh my god, I love it. This is where we end it.
Yeah.
I-
So what do we see?
Yep. We see the vial chucked towards him. Gun go off. Gun go off. Swords everywhere.
see,
And
Rat,
we just hear like a zzz.
And suddenly Sharkman.
see Rat emerging from the shadows, 2 pistols and a pistol in each hand.
Yeah, guns go off everywhere. And then we hear the vial go zap.
Oh fuck!
And yeah, good game.
I feel like that would be the perfect time for the god to appear for no reason.
To line that out, you get the thing. So you do the thing. He gets stunned, and there's gonna be a scene where you sacrifice him and shit. But yeah,
That can go next week.
that can happen next week.
That was great.
Oh, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Nut,
Sorry about the ending there. Nuts kind of dying.
no, Nut needs to go.
Yeah, I need to go.
Yeah.
You can leave, Nut. We can do shoutouts and stuff.
All right.
Cool. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm
was
I'm
great.
enjoying this.
Matt, you're horrifying.
Rat doesn't know what you're talking about. Rat just
Alright.
wants friends.
So, for everyone watching, thank you. This will be up on YouTube. I'm gonna say this now that I'm
Don't
gonna
watch this. It's horrible.
to do for me.
I didn't hear that.
I'm gonna throw this game for Matt to chop up.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll do the rest of stars. Matt can do this. Which means this will probably be up before stars.
Or never. There's one or the two.
Or never. There
Matt
is no
will
in
either
between.
just go ham and get it done right away, or he'll never do it.
Just upload it right now. Go.
So this was fun. I hope everyone enjoyed. If you are watching on YouTube, there is a link below for the Twitch where we do this live. So if you want to check it out live and interact and chat in chat, head there, follow, and you get notifications when we do go live. There will also be a link there for the Discord, which also get notifications of when I go live. So I guess twice.
All of our games are like this. Don't expect anything different from the
Yeah.
weirdness.
So if
The
you have
weirdness is part of us.
if you have enjoyed this, like if you've watched this first session of Blades and you've come here because you like Blades, we have games of Stars of Our Number on this channel, and we do a lot of that. We finished 2 seasons so far, both of 11 weeks long, I believe.
Yeah.
So we're currently setting up season 3, which will be good fun and even more weird mental shiz. If you are here on Twitch, thank you. Thank you for watching. Matt has just linked the YouTube, so head over there, subscribe, you get to check out all of the VODs, all of the previous seasons, all of the other nonsense bullshittery that happens.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching. Matt?
I have something to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Next week, I'll be getting a new computer, which means I'll be able to start streaming again.
Awesome.
Because literally, the day my computer died was the day I was going to start streaming.
Sounds pretty typical. Yeah.
So yeah, when I get that, I'm gonna, at least soon after that, I'm gonna start streaming.
What's your Twitch channel, Quack?
Same as it is everywhere else.
What's your
Which is-
Twitch channel, Quack?
There, I talked in chat. That's my Twitch channel.
Say it out loud, Quack.
So
Quackamungus.
Thank
for those
you.
watching on YouTube, it is Quackamungus, which is KWAKMUNGUS. So check him out.
I'll be streaming RPGs or Lego games, one of the two.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. We have probably 5 more weeks of this before we get back into Stars. I'm very looking forward to being a creepy motherfucker
I'm not.
for the discomfort of these two. We'll be back next week. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.